meteorologist Majestic Storm. Have a great day.
KAKS Goshen Fayetteville, K237GR Johnson. This is ESPN Northwest Arkansas. Covering the Razorbacks like no one else.
The one thing that the coaches and the people who are opponents to talk radio are totally right about is it is by nature a negative process. Losing is better than winning.
Derek Ruskin.
I want to talk to the idiot who put that moron on the air.
Zach Arns.
I think this building should be condemned. There's serious metal fatigue in all the load-bearing members. The wiring is substandard. It's completely inadequate for our power needs. And the neighborhood is like a demilitarized zone.
With DQ.
Kelsey finds a blank space for the score.
Like it or not, another hour of Ruskin and Zach starts right now.
Oh, here we are. What a day. What a day. 866-285-4005. I need to try something here. Hey, we're set.
Hey,
all right. Works.
Loving it. Loving the new company.
Yeah, it's great. It's all working out here. Happy to have you along with us here. Coming to you, broadcasting over ESPN Arkansas. And streaming on the Hit That Line Now app. Good Football Monday, one and all.
Hey.
Welcome in.
How about that?
Welcome in. DQ is here. Hi, DQ.
Hi.
She had a great weekend. Just ask her. It was wonderful.
I had a good weekend.
Well, DQ didn't get to go to the game, which from a football standpoint is not a terrible thing because it was not a fun game to watch really for anybody. But that's not what this is about. This is about the social aspect.
I got FOMO.
The FOMO. Fear. That's
for probably the first time in my life.
Now for the elderly listening, the leftovers from the morning show who may still be waiting on their 3 p.m. lunches to start. FOMO is fear of missing out. That's what that means. So there you go. That's what she's talking about there. So we got that all figured out.
Yeah, she was left at home and she viciously cleaned her home.
Furiously.
Out of anger.
Vigorously.
Got the well ready to put him back in there. Hit him with the hose on Sunday. You'll never leave me again.
A rubber hose?
No, just, cold water. Cold water in a stone well, not great.
Okay. Yeah. It was something like that. BE says the game was like barbecue. Sometimes you have great barbecue and can't wait to eat it again, and sometimes you can't wait to leave and never go back.
This is what happens. This is it was
I called it Golden Corral on Saturday night.
You're a theater guy.
Yes.
You ever have an act in a play that's just sort of it's a get you from one point to another?
Oh, it's exposition.
Right. That's what this was. It was just exposition. It was the setup for the next one.
Right.
It was it was the transfer portal of games.
Right.
You're just moving through, passing through time.
One of my pet peeves in a movie is clunky exposition, where the comedian is talking to his manager, and then the manager will rattle off all of these credits, even though in real life the manager would never say these things to. Oh, what are you talking about? You've won so many awards. You've got records on the charts. What do you mean? That's clunky exposition.
You know what this was?
Yeah.
It was the Fly episode in Breaking Bad. Something that has absolutely nothing to do with the story. It was just there, and you watched it.
I called it Golden Corral the other day because there was something for everyone. Like if you don't like Sam, there was something for you in that game. If you're one of these hugger fans that the only thing you care about is if they win and you don't care what it looks like at all, there was something for you there also. So there was literally something for everybody. Put your finger in the chocolate fountain and let's go.
Was there something for ex-players who wanted to get into the locker room?
Yes, you're not allowed in here.
Okay, we found that out.
That's right. Yes, exactly. Yes. But today, the more I think about it, it's like that old Dionne Warwick song.
Oh, wow.
Walk on by. Just walk on by. Just okay. It happened. We saw it. Just walk on by.
For the geriatrics still hanging on, that song will be from your high school.
That's right. Yeah. You heard that at your prom back in the day.
Jazz text in. Just cut to the chase and tell us Taylor Green can't play. That's not no. He is inconsistent. We told you this. You're going to have games where he's going to look great. Then he's going to have games where you're just like, oh.
Yeah.
We've been telling you this all along. It's going to happen the rest of the season. This is who he is. I have a very steadfast rule in my life. If someone tells you who they are, believe them. Mm-hmm. This is what he is.
Yeah.
And this is not going to get any better. Here's the thing, though. And I'm a big mechanics guy for quarterbacks. KJ has terrible mechanics. Still does. But when Taylon Green gets pressure or feels pressure, his mechanics get off. When he's playing against air, like he was against UAPB, I could sit back there and throw for 300 yards. He wasn't going to get touched, and he knew it. Mm-hmm. But when pressure comes, his mechanics break down. That's part of the learning curve. Bobby Petrino can't fix that in 6 months. Instinctually, what he's going to do is he's going to run, and when he gets outside the pocket, his mechanics are going to break down, and then you're just hoping and praying. Now, he does give you something that you haven't had probably since Quinn Grovey was there. It was a 4th down and 2. The right guard got beat. And, he got beat dead to rights. Again. And Taylon was able to run to the corner, get you the first down. Now, you're not going to get that from anybody else on your roster. He can give you that. He's going to make great plays with his legs outside of the pocket. But he airmailed a touchdown that, put it in the first row. And the guy was wide open by 5 yards. And you're going to have to live with that because that's what he is.
Razorback fans got to experience the joy and sadness of a mediocre Georgia quarterback going on television and showing you how many open receivers the Arkansas quarterback was. All day long, Aaron Murray's like, the play was there. I don't know why he didn't throw it to that guy. I don't know. I don't know why he did all that running around when this guy was open the whole time. I don't know why he did that.
But that's who he is. Once he feels pressure, or once there is pressure, or he feels it, and he does not have great pocket presence at all. But he can get away from things. But Aaron Murray's right. You don't have to do all that running around to make the simple throw. And that's something in time that he'll grow through. But you're not going to get all of that out of him in 6 months through spring practice. He's still a very instinctual player. He doesn't throw the ball well down the field. I think we have come to learn that. But there are jaw-dropping runs that he's going to make.
Here's the unique thing about this and particular football season is it's I'm sitting here watching all of you learn the thing in real time that we told you about 3 months ago. Mm-hmm. This game happens, and I'm sitting here, and people are talking about Taylon Green. I'm like, oh, you didn't know this is what it is. You didn't know because nobody gave you an adequate, one person gave you an adequate representation of what this experience was going to be like. You believed all the people that thought he was a Heisman contender. Okay, I see. So it's odd to sit here and watch you learn what he said would happen 3 months ago. And you didn't listen again. That's on you.
Look, he got hit last week. Probably for the first time, he really got stuck against Oklahoma State. And I get it, man. I'd be a little gun shy too if those guys knock me around. If I start to see the other color jersey in my face. Now, you're not going to be able to do all of this. If you watch Caleb Williams last night against the Houston Texans, he would run around, he'd find a little space, and then throw a 70-yard dart for a touchdown. You can't do that in the NFL. Well, the things that Taylon Green does, you're not going to be able to do that consistently against SEC defenders. Harold Perkins is a better athlete than Taylon Green, and he will track him down. And when he gets a hold of him, it could be an ugly finish. So Taylon Green has to find ways to make plays within the pocket and this is big, get down when he takes off and scrambles. Auburn has good athletes on defense. These next 5 weeks are going to be real critical. We're going to find out where Taylon Green is, where this offense is. Plays are there to be had. He's just got to deliver.
Yeah. It was a really bizarre game because, if you just remember a week ago when they were talking about how, hey, you didn't think they'd win anyway. What are you pissed off about? Well, if you were that same fan that wasn't allowed to watch the game, just look at the scores, you're kind of pleased. You're like, okay, it's closer, but we almost scored 40. They scored less than 30. Okay. It's a very deceiving game. My favorite part of Saturday, there is no doubt about it. I'm in the car coming here, and I'm listening to the game. And on the game, on our broadcast, they proceed to say, this defense is locked in. They're looking at tablets. They are locked in. UAB goes down and scores a touchdown. I almost throw it off the road.
The defense was the defense was a major surprise. I thought they would be. That's not a polished unit at all. They still can't get a pass rush. And I know for everything Landon Jackson's supposed to be, he's good on run defense, but he had 6.5 sacks last year, and I know everybody loves to tout that number. 3 of them came in one game, which means in 9 games he had 3.
But again, he is a product of non-football people setting the narrative on what he is. Non-football people think he's this sack master. That's not what he is. So you have had the non-football people tell you what Taylon Green was supposed to be, and the non-football people have told you what landed. It's not their fault. It's just that as a fan, you've been given bad intel with in those 2 particular cases. You know what I mean? You've been given bad intel.
Here's the other thing, and this is a below 500 program in the SEC the last 30 years. A win's a win. It's not great. It should have been more, but you got to take it.
Walk on by. Dionne Warwick, walk on by. Just keep on going. Just keep on walking. Don't stare at it. Don't look at it.
Don't make eye contact.
Don't go to War Machine. Just walk on by. Just walk on by.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online at hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation to determine the ED medication that's best for you, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brands, at up to 95% off. ED is personal, and at Hims, so is treating it. Just go to hims.com/joy and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free, with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. hims.com/joy.
It's Ruskin and Zach.
Give me the hog truck.
Did you know that almost 80% of all advertising is spent on digital? This is Dale Daniels, Digital Sales Manager for ESPN Arkansas. And due to the growth in digital advertising, we have the opportunity for the right person to join our team. Digital and radio advertising go hand in hand, and we're looking for someone to help businesses grow with this powerful combination. If you have experience in broadcast and digital marketing or business development, we want to hear from you. Email your resume to sales@hitthatline.com. Pearson Broadcasting is an equal opportunity employer.
Football season is here, and that means early morning and late nights cheering on your favorite team, but don't tackle game day on an empty stomach. Head over to Einstein Brothers Bagels, where every bite is a win. From their fresh baked bagels and signature schmears to hot savory breakfast sandwiches, Einstein Brothers has everything you need to fuel your day, whether you're tailgating or watching from home. Visit Einstein Brothers today and grab your game day essentials. Einstein Brothers Bagels, where champions eat breakfast. Find your nearest location at einsteinbros.com.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe insurance should adjust to fit your needs. That's why we work with you to design an auto, home, and life insurance plan that's particular to you. Insurance that fits just right. And Shelter is known for our award-winning customer service, satisfied customers, and a plan for you. Ready to check us out? Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Call Sean Garrison in Rogers and Griggs Covington in Farmington.
For over 45 years, Tanksley's Body Shop has been the trusted name in Northwest Arkansas for all your auto collision repair needs. Whether it's a minor dent or a major collision, Tanksley's skilled technicians will get your vehicle looking like new again. John, Mitch, and Arlene understand how important it is to get you back on the road quickly and safely. Visit them today in Springdale and see why generations of families have trusted Tanksley's for nearly half a century. Tanksley's Body Shop. We meet the nicest people by accident.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at precisiondoornwa.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted best garage door company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
Who can you trust to sell your home for the most money with the least amount of drama? You need a team of agents with decades of experience, commitment, And of course, tens of thousands in marketing. I'm talking about the Limbird team. Tara Limbird, Limbird Real Estate Group, has sold over $1 billion in real estate. Tara's team can give you a cash offer in 72 hours, or use Tara's high-octane marketing to sell your home quite possibly for thousands over asking. Find out more at LimbirdTeam.com. LIMBIRD.
Before you go play, swing by Golf USA in Fayetteville and check out the latest offerings from the biggest names in golf. At Golf USA, they're honored to be included for the 5th time to Golf Digest Top Fitters list for 2024, in addition to making Ping and Callaway's lists. And at Golf USA, they are always expanding their expertise and their offerings. Check them out in the Office Depot Hobby Lobby Shopping Center on North College in Fayetteville. Golf USA, we're as golf as it gets.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, the ultimate lunch lineup boasts wall-to-wall sports and scenic views. When you're hungry and in a hurry, the Scratch Kitchen delivers lunch in the clutch. I mean, where else can you order a 29-degree draft beer and a quickie combo on your lunch break? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Twin Peaks Scratch Kitchen scores every time. Dig into hand-smashed burgers, chef-inspired flatbreads, and more at your local lodge.
How could I possibly be expected to handle work on a day like this? Take a day off and check out the new and pre-owned rides at Rath Mitsubishi. Bring in your old ride and get state sales tax paid when you trade for one of our new or road-ready certified pre-owned cars. So choice. I highly recommend picking one up. Life moves pretty fast, so stop and look around at Rath Mitsubishi. Don Tyson and 71B Springdale, rathmitsubishi.com. You're still here? The ad's over.
Hey, Coach, what's up?
I'm worried there, DQ. I'm at the old owner of my house, and they still had a key to my house. That made me think, how many keys are out there? What should I do?
I know who you need to call. Pop-A-Lock. They do more than just unlock cars. They can rekey your home or even install new locks, giving you peace of mind that only you have keys to your home.
Thanks, DQ. That sounds great. Call Pop-A-Lock today, 479-444-9900, for the key moments in your life.
That's right, Coach.
ESPN 99.5. The most influential show in Arkansas. This is Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
Your news is brought to you by The Good Chair. Glad to have a place to sit. Good chair only at the Stadium Shop. Stop by, tell Robert Joe Bonamassa sucks. You would like a seat in the Good Chair. Football team improved to 2-1 on the year with a 37-27 win over UAB in Fayetteville on Saturday. Razorbacks now turn their attention to their SEC opener with Auburn this weekend. Auburn, by the way, 2-1 on the year, coming off a 45-19 win over New Mexico on Saturday. Game time, 2:30. ESPN will have your TV. We're on the air at 11 a.m. with Arkansas Game Day. Hog Reaction will follow an hour after the game concludes. I'll be out at Twin Peaks for a Twin Peaks watch party. We'll be watching. Bet Saracen says Arkansas is a 3.5. Excuse me, Auburn is a 3.5 point favorite. Football Power Index says Arkansas has a 41% chance to win the game. That's you.
Your polls.
You got to throw it to him.
Yeah, I don't know.
You got to toss it.
Now it's time to touch grass with DQ.
There we go. All right. You got to toss it. It's broadcasting here. Yes.
Okay. Who should get the loudest cheers? A dog catching a frisbee on a football field or a football team playing on that same field?
The dogs.
The dogs.
Every time.
Every single time.
Only 57% of people said the dog.
People hate dogs. Not right.
I'm about to bite a hole through my tongue right now with a joke I can't use, but go on.
42% of people said the football team should get the loudest cheers. You brought this question to me, Zach, a few weeks ago.
Okay.
Are morticians the best makeup artists?
Yes.
Yeah, they make dead people look like they're just sleeping.
They do.
Yeah, of course.
61% of people said yes. And is the phrase, don't take this the wrong way, always taken the wrong way?
Yeah, of course it is.
It's like, bless your heart.
93% of people said yes. And those are your polls. Go touch grass.
All right. Thank you, DQ. Some texts coming in here with all of this stuff here. Abner says the cheerleaders should get the most cheers. I mean, they are cheering. Yeah, that's right. JT wants me to tell you the joke. No, I'm not telling you the joke.
No, it's Monday. Maybe we wait.
It would give me a nice week off or so.
See,
That'd be pretty
I'm
good.
against that.
That'd be pretty good.
You know what it says about bad jokes in the Bible? Against DQ, that's
It's funnier than any of that crap Juracek was trying out there. My God, that was the worst stand-up set I have ever seen today in the Little Rock Touchdown
For
Club.
those who don't know, he tried stand-up today at the Little Rock Touchdown
He was
Club.
trying to do like it was stand-up, but it was with visual aids. He was trying to do like a late-night, host thing where, they put a graphic up and it's supposed to be funny. And he died on that stage. I mean, it was painful to watch. Here's the thing about comedy. The people who do it well sucked at it for about 5 years, and then they figured it out. So to assume that you can just get up in front of a bunch of people eating rubber chicken and think you can kill, I mean, it's not happening.
Well,
it's not happening.
You also have to be able to read the room. And if you were 3-0 and ranked number 1 in the country, those jokes would have killed.
Oh, yeah.
But when you've got a
real
group of
knee
people
slapper
who are semi-pissed off anyway, the jokes just they're not going to land.
That's right.
You have to be an extraordinary comedian to turn that particular room.
Yeah, I'm going to let this all linger for a day. You'll probably all have reaction to it tomorrow when it goes through the news cycle because it just happened a little while ago. So we're going to wait on some of this stuff until tomorrow. But some of the things he said about NIL are malpractice for a sitting athletic director in this league. But we'll let you see it all through the news cycle, and we'll talk about it tomorrow, I guess.
Shecky Juracek?
Yeah, that's right. The only thing missing was this thing on.
Yeah.
the only thing missing.
The canned laughter.
Right.
Yeah, it was a hard listen, but hey, you know what? I applaud him for trying something new rather than just going up and giving a State of the Union, which, puts people to sleep.
It was almost as bad as the UCLA coach that we're in Los Angeles. And
yeah, it wasn't good.
Okay.
But whatever.
We're happy to be here.
Just happy to be here. Anyway.
Let's see here. Let's talk about Graham and Prairie Grove. Low energy coach, low energy effort. We are consistent. We are consistently play at home like crap. Yeah, they're 15-11 now in Fayetteville under Sam now. But I have good news for you. Digging through the numbers. Since 2021, against the spread, and I don't know what it is here.
3.5.
3.5? Okay. I would stay away from that, but, maybe not. Since 2021, as a road underdog, Arkansas is an SEC best 8-2 against the spread.
Hey, here we are.
Leading the league, man. Now, in that same time, as a home favorite, they're 6-11 against the number. And they didn't cover on Saturday against UAB, who's not. They're fine. They're not bad, but they're not good.
Their lack of I don't know what the word is.
Energy.
I've never seen a team consistent. Well, let me back up. I've seen a different team come out consistently flat at home, and they look. Teams take the cue or the lead from their coach. I don't know what's said. I mean, maybe did they watch the Polar Express in the locker room? I mean,
they've already seen that. They've moved on to Cars 2.
I've talked to enough players who played for Houston Nutt that once they hit the tunnel, I mean, they were ready to rip through walls. They very rarely came out flat. They didn't always play well, but they never came out flat. That team, for whatever reason, just couldn't muster energy to. That's a team you should run right through. And it took 2.5 quarters from the 14:51 mark of the second quarter on. Arkansas dominated the game and slowly pulled away. I mean, I think they outscored them 34-10 the rest of the way, but they just play with no energy. I don't know if it's a crowd thing. I don't know if they're too comfortable. I don't know what it is, but they really don't fly around the way they did in the first half against Oklahoma State.
The only constant with all of these lackluster home performances is Sam Pittman. The coaches have changed. The players have changed. The only constant is him. So for me, I put all of it on him. For these sorts of just in front of the fans who pay the most to see this thing, the home fans in your home stadium, they get the worst performances to watch. I mean, since the Texas game in or maybe the Ole Miss game in 2021, like name a game where you've walked out of there as a paying customer going, "Whoo, that felt good." I mean, it hasn't happened all that often. And these are the people that are that are spending the most money on all this stuff. When you talk about getting in the building, getting parking for some of these people, getting tailgates for some of these people, like people are pouring in thousands and thousands of dollars, and they show up, and the team just couldn't care less about being there sometimes.
But some of that's on the players too, and the coach. I mean, you have to have some internal drive to get yourself jacked up to go play a team that, quite honestly, you should have handled. There's 100%. It stops with Pittman, and he's the guy that sets the course for everything that they do. But I mean, at some point, the guys with the C's on their chest have to stand up and go, fellas, this isn't good enough.
But that changes every week. So how effective is that?
That's, you know what? That's a fair point. But yeah, I mean, your stars have to be. Look, they had a lack of leadership problem last year. I don't feel like they do this year. That Taylor Green seems to be a guy that people rally around, whether or not he's playing well or not. But at some point, the players have to, have some internal drive, some self-motivation, and get this thing going. Somebody's got to do something. And I don't know what the issue is when they come out of that tunnel. It's just, I mean, they flatlined for a while. And getting down 17-3 to UAB. Look, Dilfer made a major error, a tactical error. You're up 10-0. You try a goofy onside kick? And kick it deep, make them go the distance. If they do, they do. But don't give it to them. That was, and for all the talk about what a genius Travis Williams is, I mean, I don't know what the issue was. UAB runs this funky delay mesh thing that Dave Doran used to run at NC State and Wake Forest and all of that stuff. And it's hard to defend, and it's hard in real time because it uses your aggressiveness against you. But that's a team that you should blow off the line of scrimmage. On your defensive line should, and your offensive line should as well. I don't understand all the throwing. I mean, they could run the ball anytime they wanted. They could have run the ball 80 times in that game and still won the game. But hey, you got to get your work in. You got to do all of that stuff, I guess.
But here is the. I'd like to definitively answer a question once and for all that pops up after games like this and on college football weekends like this, where you see Tennessee take out Kent State by 70 points. A team who came in here and lost 28-6. And you see these other, teams that are having similar games and they blow them out. And the question I get is, why can't Arkansas do that? I'd like you to come close to the radio here. Let me inform you on this big top secret on why Arkansas can't blow out a American or CUSA or whatever league UAB's in now opponent like Tennessee did with Kent State. Here's the secret. Tennessee has better players than you. That's the difference. Arkansas doesn't. The teams that do this, that take a team from the middle to bottom of the American or CUSA, they come to your building and you beat them by 60 points or 50 points, they have better players than your team. That's the deal. And it's another thing, like I talked about earlier in this particular hour. You've been sold as a fan a bill of goods on the actual talent level of this roster. Is it better? Yes. Is it upper echelon? No. No, it is not. And that's why they're able to do that, and you continue to struggle in games like this, as far as I can tell, anyway.
Tennessee has better players. Yeah, sure. I've always heard coaches, I've had coaches tell me the same thing. I don't care if you make a mistake, just do it at 100 miles an hour. Because the tactical part of it you can teach. You can instruct. You can get that corrected. The energy level, that's something that comes from within. Somebody's got to make a statement somewhere along the way and get that thing going. And you'll never convince me that UAB had this tremendous game plan. They ran the same stuff. It's the same stuff that you saw while you were doing film study. You just didn't care until you got down 17-3.
Right, that's right. That's
and then
exactly
it was like,
right.
oh God, we need to correct this. It's something that, look, it's going to catch you at some point against a team that you should handle. It almost caught you on Saturday. If you don't get that fixed, it's going to catch you at some point. Tennessee's going to come in here, they're going to win. Texas is going to come in here, going to win. But it might, who else is coming in here that you're sort of even with? It may catch you when you go down to Arlington and play A&M. You've got to start faster. You can't get down 17-3 and expect to keep coming back and winning ball games.
I mean, look at league games, too. Like, Auburn came in here and beat the crap out of them last year. Missouri certainly did whatever it wanted last year in this stadium. So, to me, everything is real simple right now. They need to learn how to throw the ball, because if you can run and not throw, that's a problem. And then the other thing is, I have to give them an honest shot against Auburn simply because the game is not being played in Fayetteville. I mean, that's it.
We talked all summer. Nothing's changed. This still feels like a 4 or 5 win team. I still think they're going to back into one. Maybe it's Saturday. I thought it would be A&M. Their defense is legit. It may be this weekend they sort of back into one.
Dare I say they backed into one this past Saturday against UAB.
They were the better team. They really dominated 3/4 of that game. It was the first quarter that they just looked disinterested. But Auburn is, to use our word, gettable. I don't know about A&M. They've played pretty consistent all along. This 4-game stretch is huge. You could go 0-4. You could also go 2-2, 3-1. It's Auburn, it's A&M, it's Tennessee, and LSU. And the thing about LSU, and I know y'all think LSU's gettable, that Kelly figures this stuff out. This is a classic Brian Kelly team. Eking games out, and then all of a sudden they're going to find their rhythm. You just hope they find their rhythm after you play them. This is what he did for 10 years while I sat and watched this. They'd lose a game early that they shouldn't lose. Then they would slowly start to figure it out. And by game 8, they're in a rhythm. Now, the season's gone. It's going to be a 4-loss team, but the season's, but they're playing their best ball at the end of the year. This next 4-game stretch is huge. If you can split, you feel pretty good about where you are. You're 4-2 or 4-3. I think you feel pretty good about that going into that final stretch. But you go over in this, boy. The Hawks and the Vultures will be swirling.
So 2 are on the road and 2 are at home on the next 4, right?
Auburn on the road, A&M neutral, Tennessee and LSU are both here. Yeah.
So they're at least losing 2. And then, A&M's a swing game that seems to never go their way, even though it's close. Auburn's a mystery because, in the second half, it looked like they actually looked like a football team again. The Hank kid kind of settled in nicely. I know it's New Mexico, but good Lord, they just lost to Cal. So, anything's
is possible
with Auburn there. They're at home. So this is the tricky one here. How about this number from Stats and Info from ESPN? I bet you didn't know this. Is everybody paying attention? Everybody, for those of you who host other shows, here's your show prep for tomorrow. Arkansas overcame a 14-point deficit against an FBS team for the first time in 7 years. Arkansas had lost 31 in a row against FBS opponents when trailing by 14 or more points. 31 in a row against FBS teams. So there's your silver lining, kids. There's your hop on the Pittman train. It's fascinating to me. There's going to be a sweepstakes for the Florida job. Billy Napier is finished. It's over. And the question is, who are they going to get? Are they going to get Lane? Are they going to try and recruit Eli? Are they going to get Dion or what? Some stupid. What are they going to do? Are they going to bring Chip Kelly down there? Nobody. I don't know. It's Florida, so they're going to shoot for the moon. I think they may even bring Urban back. I think they'll think about that.
I definitely think they think about that.
But I was listening to some. But there's going to be a sweepstakes there for that job. Does it fall to Barry Odom? Would a bunch of people say no to the impossible situation there, and then maybe Barry Odom's like, yeah, I'll get back in the SEC. I don't know.
Now, let me ask you this. This is connecting a few dots.
Mm-hmm.
If you're Barry Odom, and you are well-liked by your alumni and your fans at UNLV, and you're winning games. You just knocked off Kansas.
Yep.
And things are going well. And on the horizon, you're about to get back into the Pac-12, where the money's better. You live in Vegas. Quality of life's pretty good. You play in an A+ stadium. Why would you leave?
Well,
if you're making
are they getting in the Pac-12?
Yeah, that's the rumor is that UNLV is the Pac-12 has 6 members right now. They need 2 more to be an FBS conference. UNLV right now facilities. They play at the Roomba. Why?
And basketball, Thomas and Max had a decent barn.
Why in the world, if you're Barry Odom and you like where you live and you're making a decent living and you're winning football games, why on earth would you think about it?
Well, I wasn't saying he would, but
I'm just saying.
they're going to swing wildly because Florida, listening to some people talk about this, Florida is pretty much a similar football program to Arkansas in that when they don't figure it out, it's a lot of the same things going on. When Arkansas fails with an offensive coach, they go get a defensive coach. And then the offense is bad. And then they got, it's this constant revolving deal. Florida has an athletic director who does not support NIL. Hunter Yurachek is an athletic director that does not support NIL. So they're kind of mirroring each other in some ways. I really think they'll bring Urban back. That's what I think they'll do.
I think Florida's getting to that point because it's been a decade since they've been relevant on the national scene, and they have to do something. It will require an incredibly stupid gesture on the part of someone to DQ. That's Animal House. To bring him back.
But what I would say, I threw Odom out there earlier because, if Arkansas makes a bowl game, or that's improvement. If you're going to be forced into this situation where if some of the people behind the scenes are interested in Barry Odom being here, as has been rumored about, and Hunter keeps Sam, and Barry Odom goes somewhere else or stays, you might, what's that going to look like? There's a power struggle that could be, usually the boosters win over the
more
the
often
AD.
than not, the boosters will win.
They win more often than they lose.
I mean, Odom's kid's here.
That's right.
I mean, it's
that's the biggest dot that people connect is that they won 9 games when he was here as defense coordinator, and his kid still is over at Fayetteville High. But I mean, I don't know. Do you preemptive strike to keep Florida from kicking the tires?
No.
This is the calculus you have to do when you're running an athletic department. Also, does Barry Odom want to work with an AD who's anti-NIL?
I'm with
you. That's the question.
The Florida job requires a Hall of Fame coach.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's it.
I think this one does too, honestly.
It does.
In football. I mean, in basketball, we know it does. Sutton, Nolan, Calipari.
It does.
Come on. All right. We'll be back here with more Ruscin and Zach after these important messages.
Hey, Hog fans, this is Elizabeth.
This is Robert.
And this is Matt, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
Folks, it's the most wonderful time of the year.
No, it's not Christmas yet.
No, Mom, he's referring to football season.
Oh, speaking of football, guess what we just got in?
Season tickets?
Sideline passes?
Well, close. We just started receiving the Nike sideline apparel like hats and polos.
Yeah, but did we get jerseys?
Yeah, we got both kinds, cardinal and white.
We also have youth and adult sizes.
That's great. People have been asking for that for quite some time now. Matt, by the way, I did some research, and there's no shot for going viral.
Oh, Lord. Mom, he's a goner.
Anyway, besides Nike, we also have Champion, Cutter & Buck, Tommy Bahama, and many other brands.
All at the largest Razorback store south of the North Pole, which is 989 South Razorback Road, next to Baumwalker Stadium. Matt, you tell them all about them interweb page brands.
He means the website, which is shoponrazorback.com.
Or give us a call at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs.
Pay attention. This happens fast. Routine, scheduled, maintenance. You know it's coming one day, but that day's in the future. Then the future comes, and your wallet's not ready for that $250 maintenance. But your forklift is. It needs it. Good thing you're smart. You're buying a used forklift from Medley Equipment Company this summer, and its first planned maintenance will be free because Medley keeps you moving.
I'm Branch Manager Bo Tommy. Visit medley.com or come see us at 2150 Ford Avenue, Springdale, Arkansas.
This month, your lucky number is 7. Strike it rich with the all-new Triple Red 7 Scratch-Off game from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery. Scratch off 1 7 to win instantly, 2 to double your prize, and 3 to triple your money. You could win the $200,000 top prize, or any part of more than $9 million in total prizes. Play Triple Red 7s, available now at lottery retailers. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Northwest Arkansas. Hi, this is Stacy with ProMix Concrete, a division of Ozark Ready Mix. We're a local ready mix concrete supplier, and I'd like to invite you to call our team. We'll provide you high performance, optimized ready mix concrete and top-notch service for any and all of your commercial, DOT, and residential construction applications. Call us at 479-480-3060. That's 479-480-3060, and we'll take care of your business. Ask yourself, do you need a mix or Pro Mix?
Does your job require you to be on your feet all day? Teachers, postal carriers, salespeople, and restaurant staff. Many of us need our feet to get us through the day. Hi, this is Mike with the Good Feet Store, and I'd like you to hear from Donna. She's a nurse and a real customer of the Good Feet Store who wanted to share her story.
Oh, I have to tell you, I have struggled with pain in my feet. I was diagnosed with plantar fasciitis. With the 3-step program, it really fits to your lifestyle. I work in a hospital. I'm a registered nurse, so being on my feet, walking throughout the hospital during the day, I am free from any type of pain. And after working a 12-hour shift, I go home and my feet do not hurt.
Whether you're a nurse or anyone wanting to enjoy work without your feet getting in the way, come see us at the Good Feet Store, across from Walmart on Mall Avenue in Fayetteville, and in Rogers, we're on Pauline Parkway 140. Good Feet Arch Supports are HSA and FSA eligible. Book an appointment for your free fitting at goodfeet.com, or just stop in. Walk-ins are welcome.
Phones aren't wired to the wall anymore. We carry them in our pockets. Cars can even drive themselves, right? Technology advances have changed our lives.
That's football legend Emmitt Smith.
Some of the most fascinating advances are happening with the medical professionals at QC Kinetics. I'm talking about natural regenerative treatments for joint pain without surgery or harmful drugs.
Tens of thousands of patients have discovered these breakthroughs firsthand at QC Kinetics. With over 100 board-certified providers across the country, they're transforming the world of pain treatment using your body's own healing properties to help restore your aching joints.
Why would you keep going back to the old tired ways of treating chronic joint pain? Check out the latest advances at QC Kinetics. And here's an idea for you. You can call them on that smartphone right there in your pocket.
Call QC Kinetics, 479-999-1234. That's 479-999-1234. 479-999-1234.
Hey there, good Monday morning to you. I'm 4029 meteorologist Majestic Storm, starting out with temperatures into the mid to upper 60s in northwest Arkansas. By the afternoon, plan for low 80-degree temperatures with mainly cloudy skies. About a 30% chance for a few spotty showers, even an isolated thunderstorm will be possible. Overnight lows tonight dip down into the low 60s before we bring back that sunshine for your Tuesday. Mostly sunny as high temperatures begin to rise into the upper 80s. I'm 4029 meteorologist Majestic Storm. Have a great day.
ESPN 99.5. It's not a sports show. It's Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on the Hit That Line Now app.
Bruce says Arkansas is going to get Gundy. Gundy's not leaving.
No.
I mean, if he leaves, he's just going to stop. And he doesn't want to do it anymore. He's not going to go anywhere else. He's had plenty of chances. He's never left. He's a townie. You know what a townie is?
Yeah. I know what a Southie is.
A townie is someone who, like, it's not, I mean, I guess you could hear it and think it's a negative term, but it's not really a negative term. You're just someone who has lived in a town forever and just you never leave. You're a townie. Well, he's a Stillwater guy. He's a townie. Yeah. That's what he is. So it's fine. You can do that. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that being a townie. He's a townie.
Can we talk about the elephant in the room? DQ, you'll want to be on it. We live in a world right now where Derek Carr is the best quarterback in the world. Cowboy fans, how you feeling?
You want to talk about the National Football League? Okay.
I'm concerned for our Cowboy fan friends.
Yeah.
Because last week,
if only there was any indication that they would come home and lay an egg in 18. Oh wait, they've done that like the last three times they played there.
I don't think they laid an egg. I think New Orleans is whatever they've got. Their new OC, who was Shanahan's boy last year. I mean,
did Micah Parsons have a tackle in this game?
I don't think any of them had a tackle, to be quite honest.
Well, there you go. Give the Saints some credit. Yeah. Who's the OC over there now?
With the Saints, it was I can't remember the guy's name, but it's his first year. He was Shanahan's guy last year. He was his passing game coordinator.
Clint Kubiak.
Yeah.
Gary's son.
Kid.
Yeah.
Also, the second,
put on a clinic.
The second best quarterback in the world is Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I don't know what to say to Cowboy fans because there were people.
Well, they're used to this.
No, there were people on this air during the day who said that the Cowboys were now a Super Bowl contender after blowing out the Browns. Now, that all came...
That happened on this air?
Not this show, but others.
Oh, God, why?
It came
why
crashing
would you say
down
that?
like the Hindenburg,
Of
as
course.
it usually does.
Yes, with hydrogen.
I know that Cowboy fans, what's this going to be, 29 years? I think I counted on all my fingers and toes.
96.
Like, 95.
Pittsburgh. It was the 96 95
96 season, 95 or 96 Super Bowl 95 season. You're not getting there this year. That's clear. When Shaheed ran past two defenders and Derek Carr dropped the dime in on him, I just stood up and I went, "Uh-oh, this game's over.
It's over. Yeah.
It's 14-3." And Derek Carr right now, I'm not saying the Saints are a Super Bowl contender. I know who isn't a Super Bowl contender.
Well, apparently after 2 games, you can say whatever you want about like Tony had his leader for Defensive Player of the Year after a game and a half yesterday.
He did.
I guess. Well, here you go. We got a legend here on the phone. Let's talk to Forrest City Joe. Hello, Forrest City Joe.
Gentlemen, how you doing?
Great. Doing good.
Enjoying the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
This game the other night is just a micro. And Derek, let me just say this: the team with the best talent will win most of the time. Well, let me ask you this: the team with less talent also can win if they got superior coaching. The problem with Arkansas, let me just go right here. When Houston Nutt was here back in the day, he had Darren McFadden, Felix Jones, and Peyton Hillis and Michael Smith all in the same backfield. That's talent. That's elite talent. I agree. But he didn't have the overall talent that some of the teams he beat had, like LSU and some of these type teams. Bobby Petrino, he had very good talent, but he didn't have the talent of the LSUs and the Auburns and stuff at that time, but he beat both of them. He beat Auburn 3 out of 4 years. Arkansas football is bad when they start hiring unproven bad coaches. Coach Brawls had a thing for years, and he went against it one time, and that's when he hired Jack Crow and had to fire him after one game, 2 seasons in. He only hired proven head coaches. No on-the-job training, which we've gone to. Just look at it. After they fired Petrino, who they hire? John L. Smith walks in. Then after John L. Smith, they bring in Brent Bielema. People said Bielema was proven. Okay, he was proven in the Big Ten, and he also didn't do that well here. But then after Bielema, who you hire? Chad Morris, another assistant that wasn't any good. That was terrible. Then you hire Sam Pittman, an offensive line coach that had never been a head coach at any level. You want to know why Arkansas football is bad? That's why. Everybody wants to skip that. And let me say this, too, because I get angry every time I think of it. I'm a big Bobby Petrino fan. I think he's a great offensive mind, and I really do. I never wanted him to be fired in the first place. But his use of Lucas and Braylon Ruscin these first 3 games is just absolutely ridiculous. How the hell is Lucas in these 3 games getting hardly no target, and you're throwing the ball that Tyrone Stonehand Broden gets 6 targets and 0 catches? Lucas should be featured in this offense along with Andrew Armstrong in the passing game. And you've got him in line, I noticed it all game, blocking most of the time, and not really going out on a lot of patterns to begin with. What? I want you gentlemen to tell me what's the deal there.
I saw a former tight end at the university point out that Luke was not being targeted nearly enough, and said that Petrino was going to turn him into an all-conference blocker.
You're exactly right. He's right. He's not being targeted at all. It makes no sense. Did you see this guy before he got hurt last year? Mm-hmm. This guy, there's a reason this guy was touted as an all-SEC and all-American type player, tight end, and you're not even using him. This makes no sense. And Braylon, tell me one thing. Behind Jackson, and Jackson is definitely the number 1 running back, show me what Hill does that's so good that Braylon Russell can't get on the field. Show me one thing, Derek. Show me.
With Russell, it's about knowledge of the offense and pass protection. That's probably the only thing keeping him off. He's only been on campus for about 2 months.
That's usually the thing with running backs is you got to be able to.
One thing about the running back is that's true. But a freshman running back can make an old friend of mine, Trey Biddy, once told me, if it's one position where you don't need a lot of experience, that's running back. A freshman running back can make a big impact his freshman year, like Alex Collins did, like some of the other, like Jerry McFadden did, like some of the other great backs we've had here. There's no excuse for Braylon Russell. In 3 games, he has 4 carries and 2 touchdowns. 3 games, 4 carries. Are you kidding me? There's a lot of mismanagement going on up there, and that's coaching. And you got to give your players the best chance to win. Now, I'm going to get off here, gentlemen, and listen to y'all, but I got one more thing to say going to the defense.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I like T-Well, but I got to tell you, I am not impressed with this defense. After Oklahoma State, everybody was hollering, oh, what good defense we played. You gave up 30. If you give up 39 points, I don't care if it's in overtime, double overtime or not. That's not good defense. They couldn't make a stop when they needed it. That's how they lost a lot of games last year. Couldn't make a stop when they needed it. In the defensive line against Oklahoma State, they sold out for the run, so they stopped going. But if you'll notice, Oklahoma State ain't ran the ball on anybody. Gordon ain't been able to run on anybody. And not only that, you also look at the defense. The defensive line is just absolutely awful. How do you let UAB come in with a bunch of 2- and 3-star players, line up against you, and just push you around the whole game? You got no pass rush. You can't stop the little old run up the middle. The defensive tackles who was another thing, gentlemen, I got to say this. We've been lied to about these defensive tackles that we got. When they're running up the gut on that read option, and I see our tackles being knocked sideways and pushed back 5 yards, there's something very wrong here. And Sam Pittman and Terrence Williams, the defense coordinator, has got to get this grabbing guys around the hip. I've seen it in 3 games. I saw it against UAB. I saw it against Oklahoma State. Now I saw it 3 or 4 times the other night. And getting these personal fouls and stuff and giving up just chunks of yardage. And I don't know what Slaughter out there for number 3. He's being toasted in every game. I mean, it's ridiculous. Anyway, I'm going to let it hang up and listen to you, gentlemen. Thank you all very much.
Thank you so much. Wow, Forrest City Joe, what an honor.
Wow, I don't know. Wow.
He got his own lower third on the screen.
Yeah, he
I
did.
put in a breaking news banner that Forrest City Joe is called Ruscin and Zach.
The Has thing is perplexing because he is probably your best offensive weapon in the passing game.
Let me give you some numbers for some context on the Has thing. There's a lot to unpack there with a great Forrest City Joe phone call. Has in 3 games has been targeted 7 times.
That's criminal.
Tyrone Broden, who has hands like feet, as you would say, has been targeted 21 times in 3 games. He's caught 7 of them. 7 catches, 21 targets.
How many catches does Has have?
He has 5.
So he's caught 5 of the set.
That's right. Yes. Yeah. That's right.
Hey, Petrino, get him the damn ball. Jeez.
Tyrone Broden continuing to be targeted runs antithesis of the feed the studs mantra that Petrino has been swearing by for all these many years. But I'm sure he's a lovely person, and he's a good good guy in the locker room. Everybody loves him.
And he brought up Braylon Russell.
He can't catch.
Braylon Russell should be your short yardage back on 4th and 1 in overtime against Oklahoma State. I don't feel so bad about handing him the football. It's probably just a knowledge thing, and it'll be a matter of time before we see him on the field more. But I don't disagree with anything he said. I think he's sort of reading everyone's mind.
Yeah, that's right.
They've targeted 21 times.
According to PFF, Broden has 21 targets in 3 games.
And he's caught 7.
Caught 7, that's right. That's 33%, class, for those of you that want to know about the math. There you go. All right. Another segment of the podcast done here on ESPN Arkansas.
Cody's got it. Maybe Petrino didn't want to show the full playbook and how we're going to use the tight end for Auburn purposes. Yeah, like when you're fighting for your life against UAB, you're not going to pull out all the stops. Stop it.
That's right. Yeah.
Just stop it.
That's right. Hey, Monday Night Football tonight.
Abner says, feed the duds.
Feed the duds. Okay. New approach. Well, he is a changed man. That's what the lapdogs in the press tell me. He's a changed man. Well, maybe this is just part of the change. Anyway, the Social Birdie in Branson. If you're in the area tonight, it's a great place to watch Monday Night Football. This evening, they've got big TVs, great bourbon selection, lots of beers on tap, amazing food, and lots of stuff to do. The Social Birdie in Branson. Check them out tonight for Monday Night Football.
It's Monday, September 16th. I'm Brennan Evans. This is your 4029 News, live, local, late-breaking update. A Greenwood City councilman was arrested over the weekend accused of driving under the influence. Our Brett Rains tells us why the councilman says he will fight the charges and has no plans to step down from the council or from his position as a high school football broadcaster. More info on that story is available right now on our free mobile app and at 4029tv.com. In other news, a Fayetteville man is behind bars charged with murdering his father with a shotgun. Jacob Murphy explains what we learned so far. Sky gazers are gearing up for tomorrow's lunar eclipse. NASA says it will peak at 9:44 p.m. Find out if the clouds will clear enough for everyone to enjoy it, what the rest of the week looks like in your Get Ready Weather forecast. And in sports, the Gridiron Hogs are turning the page on an ugly win against UAB over the weekend with their first SEC road test of the season up next as they travel to take on Auburn this Saturday. I'm Brennan Evans. Join me tonight on 4029 News.
It's game time, Arkansas. While you're cheering on the Hogs, don't get stuck with a cold shower. Kenty Jones Plumbing has your winning play this season. 0 down on a brand new water heater. Whether it's tank or tankless, Kenty Jones Plumbing has the best options to keep your home's water running hot all season long. And with 0 down, you can score big without breaking the bank. Call Kenty Jones Plumbing today at 479-925-4186 and get in the game with your new water heater. That's Kenty Jones Plumbing, your home's MVP. Call today, 479-925-4186. Kenty Jones Plumbing, MP number 7016.
Electrical work can be dangerous. Don't let a do-it-yourself mistake lead to a bigger problem. Mr. Sparky's highly trained electricians can handle all of your electrical needs, guaranteeing that your job will be completed safely and within code compliance. Trust the experts at Mr. Sparky. We'll leave your home even safer than we found it. And all of our work is 100% guaranteed.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Who can you trust to sell your home for the most money with the least amount of drama? You need a team of agents with decades of experience, commitment, and of course, tens of thousands in marketing. I'm talking about the Limbird team. Tara Limbird, Limbird Real Estate Group, has sold over $1 billion in real estate. Tara's team can give you a cash offer in 72 hours, or use Tara's high-octane marketing to sell your home quite possibly for thousands over asking. Find out more at limbirdteam.com. LIMBIRD.
How could I possibly be expected to handle work on a day like this? Take a day off and check out the new and pre-owned rides at Rath Mitsubishi. Bring in your old ride and get state sales tax paid when you trade for one of our new or road-ready certified pre-owned cars. So choice. I highly recommend picking one up. Life moves pretty fast, so stop and look around at Rath Mitsubishi. Don Tyson and 71B Springdale, rathmitsubishi.com. You're still here? The ad's over.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe insurance should adjust to fit your needs. That's why we work with you to design an auto, home, and life insurance plan that's particular to you. Insurance that fits just right. Ready to check us out? Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Call my friend J.T. Finley at 479-521-4220 or come by and see him in the heart of Fayetteville off College Avenue.
Do you have a wound, know someone with a wound, or treat wounds? Join me, Dr. Doug Friesen, as we explore the world of wounds on the Wound Wrap podcast. We'll major in diabetic wounds, but we'll delve into others as well. We'll give up-to-date information, have expert guests in the fields of cardiology, infectious disease, nutrition, and many more. Join me on my podcast, Wound Wrap, on the Hit That Line Podcast Network. Find it at hitthatline.com. Wound Wrap with me, Dr. Doug Friesen.
If you're looking for the best Chicago-style pizza outside of the Windy City, you need to head to Cassano's. Every pizza is made from scratch with the freshest ingredients and served the way you want it. And while you enjoy that perfect slice, catch all the games. Cassano's is your premier sports bar with lots of TVs showing all your favorite teams. Your place for the best pizza, coldest drinks, friendliest service, local events, and entertainment. It's Cassano's Chicago-style pizza.
The Eastern Shawnee Tribe of Oklahoma invites you to join us for the celebration of our annual powwow September 20th through the 22nd. The powwow begins September 20th at 6 p.m. The grand entry begins at 7:30 p.m. Native American dances, excellent singing, and drumming. Join the Eastern Shawnee Native American Cultural Celebration. Everyone welcome. Eastern Shawnee Powwow Grounds, 12615 South 705 Road, Wyandotte, Oklahoma. ESTOO-NSN.gov for details.
KAKS Goshen Fayetteville, K237GR Johnson. This is ESPN Northwest Arkansas. Covering the Razorbacks like no one else.
The one thing that the coaches and the people who are opponents to talk radio are totally right about is it is by nature a negative process. Losing is better than winning.
Derek Ruscin.
I want to talk to the idiot who put that moron on the air.
Zach Arns.
I think this building should be condemned. There's serious metal fatigue in all the load-bearing members. The wiring is substandard. It's completely inadequate for our power needs. And the neighborhood is like a demilitarized zone.
With DQ.
Kelsey finds a blank space for the score.
Like it or not, another hour of Ruskin and Zach starts right now.
Okay, we have a lot to get to here.
Okay.
On Ruskin and Zach. That thing we talked about, we're moving into another time, all right?
Fine.
But, because we got a lot here. We got Forrest City Joe calling in.
Yeah, I think
and good Lord.
We need to take a moment and just sort of reflect on that for a second.
That's never happened here before.
He's called into a couple of post games, but he's never called us.
No, he didn't.
Forrest City, anytime. As we call him in the business, FCJ. Anytime, we'll move you right to the front of the line.
The unofficially, this is the 1382nd edition. He's never called before.
Nope.
So a historic day here on.
That was a feeling out
Ruskin
process.
My dad liked it.
Good.
FCJ off the top row. Right. There you go. Yeah. So I mean, everybody, people, and he brought up a lot of stuff here. So that's good. You can get in here at 866-285-4005 and let us know what you want to talk about here on the program here on ESPN Arkansas and the Hit That Line Now app. Let's see. What's the other thing? Oh, yeah. Some other college football things from the weekend. This is the funniest thing that's happened. TCU blocked 3 kicks against UCF and lost.
They did.
That's the funniest out. You're not going to find a funnier outcome this weekend than that. How the hell you going to block 3 kicks and lose? How does that happen?
It's tough to do.
I didn't watch a frame of this game. I have no idea, but
I watched
Gus Malzahn, man.
I watched a good portion of
KJ.
it. Yeah, KJ was on. He threw a dime there at the end to get him ahead 35-34, and they hung on and won. So
he is going to go into the swamp, and they can pick their score. Florida's that bad.
KJ going to win back. We looked this up the other day. We couldn't find somebody that's won in back-to-back years in the swamp.
Yeah.
And KJ's got a chance.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's ever been done before. Because if you're a division opponent, first of all, you have to have a quarterback who's started multiple years,
right,
which is not that frequent. Then, if you're a division opponent, well, you never go there back-to-back years. It would alternate, home and away, back in the old division era of the SEC. So it would have to be like in the portal era, which is like the last few years, and he's the first guy. He's one of one.
Well, they got to go win the game first.
The only team that is less inspiring to watch than Arkansas at times is Florida. Florida is not inspired. They're ready to just end all of it over there.
They are
all of it.
They're in a lot of trouble.
And Florida State is not much better. But what the college game now, like, they paid the wrong quarterback, and it has screwed up the entire organization. Like, DJ's not the guy. He can't play. And they got him. They paid him.
They're stuck with him.
They got to play him. and he sucks. And so they are they're like Rihanna, man. They're trying to find love in a hopeless place right now, and it is just not. It's not happening.
Rihanna.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, yesterday I was struck by how random football can be.
Right.
You know, the NFL it's all over the map. I mean, it's a week-to-week proposition. But the one thing, like you talk about, like Florida State, I think the guy has to eat the poo, right? Just to break this. Just to break the spell. DQ, is that how it works? Like in fairy tales and things? Like somebody's got to do that to break the spell. They're 0-3 since he said he wouldn't.
For the geriatric crowd, let me remind you, there was a guy on the internet that said if Florida State lost to Georgia Tech in Ireland, he would eat poop out of a red Solo cup.
With a spoon.
With a spoon. He
dog poop.
Dog poop. Yeah. Not human. Dog.
And then they lost.
And he disappeared
off the internet. Like,
right.
Gone from the face of the earth.
Right. Erased from existence.
That's how we break the spell, right?
I mean, that's how, I guess, but
I think it's time you take one for the team. You got to do one for the betterment.
How long does this have to go on before he says, all right, I'll do it? Like, how much pain do Seminole fans have to go through before? This is how you reverse the curse. This is how you, you have broken the space-time continuum, and now you have to go back and get Biff, and get your dad to punch Biff. That's what you have to do. You have to do that.
I hate to break this to him, but they're playing 3-0 Cal this weekend, and Cal's rolling. Like Cal went down and beat the SEC, beat Auburn on the Plains. Dope Campbell's not that daunting.
No. And it's half empty on one side because of construction or something. It just looks strange that one whole side is like half full.
We're being told that it was Boston College. So they're 0-2.
Oh, it's Boston College? Okay, all right. Fine.
So if they lose this weekend, he's got to do it.
Well, who do they got now?
I just told, my God, do you listen to anything?
Not really, no.
I said they're playing Cal at Dope Campbell.
Oh.
Who's 3-0 and just beat
Cal's
Auburn.
about to come in here and make that woke, Campbell. Am I right, people? Huh? Get it? Because it's Cal and Berkeley.
No, I got it.
Okay,
I got it.
DQ, was that good?
I keep seeing memes about like Gavin Newsom beating all of these teams just because he's the governor.
It's funny, right?
They make me laugh.
By the way, while we're on this sort of train of thought, DQ, get your Wiccan idol Taylor Swift to break the curse.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We'll get back to you on that.
You're
Cool.
doing check marks today, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm excited.
I think Clark Lee has to get a red check
I'm
mark.
not giving him a red check mark.
I don't feel that this is a legit operation anymore.
Hey, you just don't roll into the former Ted Turner Field and get a win.
You lost to Georgia State as an 11-point favorite.
That's a tough place to play. What are you talking about?
They rushed the field with 8 people.
Well, yeah, they beat an almost SEC team. I mean, of course they rushed the
We
field.
pointed that out last week. It's like, why is it only 10? It should be much, much more. Now we know.
You just don't roll into the former
You do
Ted
not.
Turner Field.
I don't know what they call it now, but
God. Yeah, Vanderbilt is, well, I mean, if we're going to go bummer for bummer, Mississippi State would like to enter the chat. They got their butt kicked by Toledo in Starkville.
So
holy.
I saw a thing on the internet today that said since 2015, Ohio State is 0-3 against SEC teams, but Toledo is 2-1. And I'm thinking to myself, well, who's the other one? I went, oh, that was in Little Rock.
Yeah, when Dan Enos called 53 pass plays with 2 great running backs and they lost. Yeah, I remember that game. What a
Yeah, you know what, DQ? Here's what we're going to do with your check marks because I feel these are fraudulent. We're going to treat this like the State of the Union. There's going to be a point counterpoint, and I get the response.
Oh, you get the response?
I get the response to DQ's check marks.
Why?
Because this is fraudulent.
Fraudulent.
I could just turn off your mic.
An excellent point by DQ.
I'll come in there.
Oh, man.
Are we going bummer for bummer?
Well, that's the Amazing Tales of Costanza from Seinfeld. That's where I heard that for the first time when he's trying to get that apartment from the guy who was the Andrea Doria survivor was getting the apartment.
Here's somebody that will take 2 helpings of dog poop if Arkansas will go to the playoff.
Really?
Sir, 2? Sir, don't say that.
Hey, I got an endless supply of that.
Yeah, you got 2
Come
dogs.
on over. Come on over. I'll get it fresh out the yard for you. One of them is such a priss. Sometimes she doesn't even go in the yard. She'll go on the patio. That's real easy to scoop up for you. So I can make that happen. Make that happen. Great. She doesn't like wet grass. She's very.
Who does?
She's a princess. I mean, what can you say? So I mean,
What's happening to you?
Well, I'm calling it like I see it. That's what it is. That's what I'm doing.
Abner would like to add asterisks next to your check marks.
No.
It's a fraudulent operation. If you're not giving Clark Lee a red check mark, I don't know what we're doing here.
There are other teams more deserving.
Have the two Vanderbilt fans on a message board somewhere started the Fire Clark Lee talk now?
He's 2-1.
But he lost it to Georgia
State. His best win is Virginia Tech.
I'm just curious. What does the Vanderbilt message board look like? Like, I've never I bet there's a lot of equations on there and, people talking about legal briefs and things like that. I don't know. It's not.
I don't like the word briefs either.
You don't like brief?
No, I really don't. Like brief, fine. Briefs, no. What?
Interesting.
All right. Very good.
Okay.
Let's see what's going on with my watch over here.
I don't know.
Doing weird stuff. Okay.
What happens when you download those
I'm
sites?
I'm back now. I'm sorry. Let's see here. Jeffrey had Memphis against Florida State. Way to go, Jeffrey. I have not missed in college football this year. I'm 7-0. I had Boston College and I had South Carolina on Saturday. So ever since adopting this mantra of I don't need you to be good, I just need you to cover, I'm unbeaten this year. So I'm of course taking this weekend off and not.
Well,
doing anything.
you don't want to. I had a terrible weekend. I'm within a lost bet of using my own money again.
Oh, look at that!
I mean, I had a bad week.
Look at that!
I had a bad week.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah. Let's see here. Well, a hacker thinks Forrest City Joe reads our texts during the game Saturday. He called him stone hands, Broden. I guess that was a text somebody sent here. Well, Zach has the definitive way to describe a receiver who can't catch when they have hands like a foot.
Oh,
that is just the best.
You like that one? I'm
a big fan. I'm stealing that.
I've got two go-tos in that instance. Hands like feet.
No.
Or couldn't catch a cold.
Yeah. There's another version of can't catch a cold that we probably don't want to share here, but that's another thing here. Also, when Ty's in here for the post game, I get to hear Ty during the breaks, which I never hear.
Ty, yeah.
And I'm not used to that.
Yeah.
Like he was talking and he's like, oh, yeah, you're not used to me talking during the breaks. Yes. I'm like, yeah, that's.
Little Rock Christian Ty is totally different than in between.
He cleans it up for the air.
Yeah,
folks.
he does.
He cleans it up for the air.
He swears like a sailor.
On leave.
Yeah. With an itch. Nate and Fayetteville's heater came to an end on Sunday.
Oh, man. Yeah, I don't bet the pros either. I just get a couple.
Oh, really? Okay.
I get a couple college games I feel good about, and that's it. I just, park the bus.
Well, I'm chasing tonight, so here we go.
Oh, who you got?
I don't know
which
yet.
bird do you have tonight?
I don't know yet.
The Falcons or the Eagles?
The NFL, it got me yesterday. Things I thought I knew versus what I actually know. Not cool.
Yeah.
What's the line on this thing? 4.5?
You're on the Bet Saracen now.
I am.
And it's 4.5.
It is. Yeah. I like the Falcons at 5. I'll take the Eagles minus the 4.
Well,
then I'll probably screw that up and have to officially spend my own money.
Casey in Ozark says Taylon Green couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat.
Now.
That's what he's.
This is
more or less what he said.
For him, this is a mechanical issue. Like when the ball sails on a quarterback, or the ball winds up in the dirt. 9 times out of 10, it's a mechanical issue, and you can look at his where his feet are set. Does he drive the ball? All of these things. Look at where his arm is when he lets go of the football. It 9 times out of 10, it's mechanical, and that a lot of that has to do with either feeling pressure or actual pressure. Feeling pressure is the more dangerous. Ryan Mallett used to be that way. If you got around Ryan's knees, I mean, he would get wildly inaccurate. But through coaching, he got more comfortable in the pocket, and it didn't bother him as much.
I just was people may have missed this on Saturday, but fake Wally in Bentonville referred to Taylon Green as Soylent Green, which is just Soylent Green is people. That's the line. Anyway, it's a movie.
Here's a text.
Yeah.
Florida can make a run for Kevin Kelly.
To do what?
Hold up. My man just got waxed by Rodgers, 43-7. You know, when you can recruit better players to certain places against lesser talent, you tend to be a really good coach. 43-7. Rodgers, Mountie.
I told you what I thought about that whole situation off the air with your athletic director. I couldn't have more respect for him for avoiding that bleep show. I'll tell you that much. I mean, that's as many good things as he's done. That may top the list. That may top the list. And that's a hot mess express right there.
And by the way, shout out to Pimp. I know he's listening.
Way to go, Pimp.
That's our guy.
Yeah,
he's
good.
AD Springdale, hell of a guy, and a listener. Good. And it bothers me.
Well, yeah, you got to. Well, you can't say anything dumb.
I tell him all the time, like, you're smarter than this. You don't need us rattling around in there.
No, you really don't.
You really don't.
You don't want that.
Jeffrey in Fort Smith says, take the Eagles and the points. Kirk Cousins in primetime. All I need to say.
Oh, yeah, he's pretty bad in primetime. That's still a thing, right? Although I think he won a game or two last year.
Okay.
Primetime.
No, last year he went out with the knee thing.
Oh, yeah, but I think he won one before that.
Oh, congratulations.
Before the Achilles.
He won a game after the sun went down. Congratulations.
That's right. For once, he did. Yes. All right. 866-285-4005 is how you can get in touch with us here. Wes in Springdale does not like Zach Taylor. That would be the coach of the Bengals, Zach Taylor, who is 0-2 again after Cincinnati lost to Kansas City yesterday. If you're a Chief fan, you've asked about the Cowboy fans. Let me offer up something for the Chiefs fans out there. And no, I'm not going to talk about them kicking the tires with Kareem Hunt now that Pacheco's going on IR. Your left tackle is bad. This guy from BYU, Kingsley, he stinks. He was getting worked yesterday by Trey Hendrickson, who is a fine defensive end, but is not like upper half of the NFL. He's very good, but he's not, top 10, top 12 cutting. My God, when you go against a real defensive end, Mahomes is going to get killed back there. They got to figure that out. They went to the other guy late in the game that caught the touchdown, Wanye Morris. Mm-hmm. That guy, he was a turnstile back there. It was incredible.
Hendrickson's a 3-time Pro Bowler.
Okay, he's very good.
He's very good. He's a top 10 defensive end. But
Max Crosby is going to murder that guy out there when they play the Raiders this year.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. It's going to be ugly. If I'm Mahomes, I'm very nervous about this. They got to figure this out. This is another thing they got to figure out. Jamie and Rogers texted in, Neon Dion to Florida. Oh, from your lips to God's ears, Jamie. Please let him get an SEC job. And please don't let it be here. Please, I'll do whatever you ask. I promise you. Wouldn't that be great?
No one let it be here. We'd have a good time with that.
Well, we'd be banned from the building again. What's different than
we're already banned
What'd
from
be
the
different
building.
than right now?
They wouldn't let us in there. I mean,
can you imagine?
We probably have a better chance of getting in than Jerry is.
Can you imagine? Yeah, we probably. Can you imagine Dion calling Tommy, telling him to take these idiots off the radio because they are?
Yes, actually, I could.
How would that conversation go?
Dion wouldn't make the call. That come from the SID's office.
No. Dion would do it himself.
Yeah, he might. He might.
I'd want to show up just so he could give me the cold shoulder on camera. That'd be good for us. You know what I mean? We could go viral. Like that Colorado guy, he got famous for a few minutes. You know,
he had a little,
be good for
little
us.
moment.
Yeah, it'd be fine. All right, we're gonna take a break. Well, we can't take a break right now.
We can't.
Well,
what happened?
We can. I'm not. I don't.
You're
have
not prepared.
I don't have the computer pulled up here yet. So you give me a couple seconds. Let the internet catch up.
3, 2, 1,
and I'll have the internet pulled up. I can't use it in the 2:00 hour anymore because someone else is using that computer. So here we go. All right, now we're ready to go. All right, we'll have more of this hilarity coming up here on ESPN Arkansas and the Hit That Line Now app. Hickey and Hull Law Partners have you covered in the River Valley, Northwest Arkansas, Little Rock, and the Mena areas. They specialize in divorce, custody cases, and civil litigation. They have over 70 years combined experience. They better serve you, and they're ready to go to work for you. KevinHickeyLaw.com. 479-434-2414 today to schedule your consultation or come by an office near you. KevinHickeyLaw.com or 479-434-2414.
And Zach.
That is my sense of humor coming across.
ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
Warning, the following ZipRecruiter radio spot you are about to hear is going to be filled with F words.
When you're hiring, we at ZipRecruiter know you can feel frustrated, forlorn even, like your efforts are futile, and you can spend a fortune trying to find fabulous people, only to get flooded with candidates who are just fine. Fortunately, ZipRecruiter figured out how to fix all of that. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, you can forget your frustrations because we find the right people for your roles fast, which is our absolute favorite F word. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day.
Fantastic.
So, whether you need to hire 4, 40, or 400 people, get ready to meet first-rate talent. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. Don't forget, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. Finally, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
It's Ruscin and Zach.
Give me the hug, Chuck.
Did you know that almost 80% of all advertising is spent on digital? This is Dale Daniels, Digital Sales Manager for ESPN Arkansas. And due to the growth in digital advertising, we have the opportunity for the right person to join our team. Digital and radio advertising go hand in hand, and we're looking for someone to help businesses grow with this powerful combination. If you have experience in broadcast and digital marketing or business development, we want to hear from you. Email your resume to sales@hitthatline.com. Pearson Broadcasting is an equal opportunity employer.
Football season is here, and that means early morning and late nights cheering on your favorite team, but don't tackle game day on an empty stomach. Head over to Einstein Brothers Bagels, where every bite is a win. From their fresh baked bagels and signature schmears to hot savory breakfast sandwiches, Einstein Brothers has everything you need to fuel your day, whether you're tailgating or watching from home. Visit Einstein Brothers today and grab your game day essentials. Einstein Brothers Bagels, where champions eat breakfast. Find your nearest location at einsteinbros.com.
For over 45 years, Tanksley's Body Shop has been the trusted name in Northwest Arkansas for all your auto collision repair needs. Whether it's a minor dent or a major collision, Tanksley's skilled technicians will get your vehicle looking like new again. John, Mitch, and Arlene understand how important it is to get you back on the road quickly and safely. Visit them today in Springdale and see why generations of families have trusted Tanksley's for nearly half a century. Tanksley's Body Shop. We meet the nicest people by accident.
Hey, it's Derek Ruscin, and you've probably heard about United Roofing and Waterproofing. Experienced owner Joey Viviano and his team provide residential and commercial services, such as roof assessments and reporting. They also offer service, maintenance, and replacements on all types. He does a lot of repairs and yearly checkups to make you feel secure in your home or business. Call Joey at United Roofing and Waterproofing, 479-312-7369. That's 312-7369. Or go online to UnitedRW.com.
Looking for the perfect jewelry to celebrate life's special moments? Welcome to Swift Jewelry. Swifts, we specialize in turning your dreams into stunning reality. Whether it's a beautiful custom engagement ring, a unique anniversary gift, or a special piece just for you, our expert jewelers can craft the perfect masterpiece that tells your story. Come visit us in beautiful downtown Fayetteville next to Hugo's Restaurant or at swiftsjewelry.com. Swift's Jewelry, your personal jeweler since 1956.
If you're looking for the best Chicago-style pizza outside of the Windy City, you need to head to Cassano's. Every pizza is made from scratch with the freshest ingredients and served the way you want it. And while you enjoy that perfect slice, catch all the games. Cassano's is your premier sports bar with lots of TVs showing all your favorite teams. Your place for the best pizza, coldest drinks, friendliest service, local events, and entertainment. It's Cassano's Chicago-style pizza.
Hey, before you go play, swing by Golf USA in Fayetteville and check out the latest and greatest offerings from the biggest names in golf. With 2 high-definition simulators, an enormous selection, and the most knowledgeable staff, be assured Golf USA is here to make you look and play better. And Golf USA is honored to be included for the 5th time to Golf Digest's Top Fitters list for 2024. Check them out in the Office Depot Hobby Lobby Shopping Center on North College in Fayetteville. Golf USA. We are as golf as it gets.
You know that crushing feeling when you press print at your PC and the doggone machine just won't print? Well, I fixed that. Hi, I'm Tim Stanley, owner of TDS IT. We are an IT company with a long history in the print channel, and I have fixed the printer conflict by creating my own Northwest Arkansas-based help desk. Call us at 479-575-0770 for more information on how a true IT company can keep all your printers and scanners up and running all the time.
Oh my gosh, Becky, look at that sign. It looks like one of those that Sign Studio made.
Well, that's because it probably is. Hi, I'm Matt Reese, COO of Sign Studio. Don't let the name fool you. We're not just signs. From interior and exterior signage to business cards, banners, and promotional items, Sign Studio can help take your business to the next level. We're passionate about helping you grow your brand. Our in-house design and production team allows for quick turnaround, and we have multiple locations to serve all of your Northwest Arkansas signage needs. Follow us online or call 479-250-4844.
Hey gang, Blake Young here with Wood Power Sports. Currently, we are overstocked on select Polaris, Honda, Kawasaki, and Can-Am product. If you're in the market for a new side-by-side, ATV, or motorcycle, come see us soon. We're about to blow these out, and I can promise you they won't last long. Also, these products are high-demand products, not your typical on-sale stuff that no one wants. Our deals won't be beat, and your buying experience will be unmatched. We look forward to serving you. Wood Power Sports, solid name you can trust.
ESPN 99.5. Giving you the entertainment you deserve. Here's Ruscin and Zach.
Your news is brought to you by the Good Chair. We didn't have anywhere to sit. Robert furnished a place. Get the Good Chair only at the Stadium Shop. Robert. Thank you, Robert. Stop by, tell Robert Joe Bonamassa sucks, and you would like a seat in the Good Chair. Football.
Somebody out there brought their joke book Saturday, had a Northern Illinois shirt on.
Yes.
Yeah, that's funny.
Hilarious.
That's
football team improved to 2-1. Yeah, little did he know what he was in for the next 4 hours. Football team's 2-1 after beating UAB over the weekend. Razorbacks heading for Auburn this weekend in their SEC opener. Game time's 2:30. ESPN going to have the TV. We're on the air at 11 a.m. with Arkansas Game Tape. Hog Reaction will follow. Me and Matt Jones. I'm double dipping this weekend. Me and Matt. Can I say me and Mr. Jones? Would that be weird? Is that an Al Green song?
Is it Al Green?
I don't know. Anyway, also, I will be out at Twin Peaks for the ESPN official We Be Watching Party. Bet Saracen says Arkansas is a 3.5-point favorite football power index.
Are you bringing your megaphone?
Sorry. I'll tell you, it took 2 days for my voice to come back after that.
I'm sorry. Well, we'll get you one of those big cones like the cheerleaders have.
No. What we're going to do is we're going to take the speaker, if it ever returns, in from in there with the mic. And I've got it.
Okay, all right.
I got it. Anyway, Arkansas's got a 41% chance to win the game. Here's DQ. Was that better? You don't like that?
I'm fine with no intro.
Fine.
Yeah, but it just sounds weird.
There's that moment of awkward silence.
Well, because I never know if you're going to keep talking.
Well, and the audience doesn't know what's going on.
The audience isn't paying attention.
Yes, they're probably drunk, but they don't know what's going on when you just stop talking and then DQ starts.
Do you want like some sort of, I don't know, we can do something. Hang on.
So the whole.
Oh, no, hold on.
Oh, I knew.
And there it is. Stop. Don't do that again.
How'd you get two of them?
She hit it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Your polls. Is the phrase "don't take this the wrong way" taken the wrong way? 92% of people said yes. Or more Why are you looking at me?
I'm not. I wasn't even paying attention.
Okay.
At least he admitted it this time.
Are morticians the best makeup artists?
They are.
61% of people said yes. And who should get the loudest cheers? A dog catching a frisbee on a football field or a football team playing on that same field?
Can I ask an addendum to that? If the dog drops the frisbee, can you boo him?
You're going to boo a dog?
You can't boo a dog.
If he drops a frisbee.
You're going to boo a dog? You go to Pee Wee games and boo the kids, too? Like,
Look, if you're on the field to play and I paid to get in, that's my right. As a fan, I can boo a dog, I can boo a kid. It's the same thing. Don't drop the ball. I don't care if you're 5 years old. If you can't get it to first base, that's on you. You shouldn't be at third base.
Did the dog drop the frisbee?
No, I'm just asking. If he did, can you go, boo, you suck?
The dog had more targets than Haas over the weekend.
He did catch 12.
57% of people said the dog should get the loudest cheers. And those are the polls. Go touch grass.
Yeah, I like these halftime. Well, they did a dog halftime and the band. That's a loaded halftime.
See, I heard
that's a lot
about
of
this-
entertainment
I
there.
heard about the dog coming out on the field, but I was confused when the dog came out.
Now I'm being.
Well, that's right. DQ wasn't allowed to go. Everyone
that's right.
left her at home.
Dan in Mount Ida says the dog was like 11 for 20, just like Taylor Green.
No, Taylor Green was below 50%. The dog had a better percentage if he was 11 of 20. I hope they kept those stats somewhere. That'd be pretty funny. They had the QBR on the dog and the dog trainer. What's the catch
What I
radius?
want is I want like the what's the tracker they have to know how much ground he covered.
Oh yeah, like the next gen stats.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, that'd be cool. Yeah, I like that.
Somebody here said Counting Crows, Mr. Jones and Me. No, I'm talking about the song Me and Mrs. Jones.
Right.
Is that Al Green?
I don't know. That's a very old song. It was before I was born, so I'm gonna have to.
Oh, okay. I'm being told the dog was out multiple times.
Was out multiple times
on the field catching frisbees.
Oh, like during timeouts and stuff. Okay. All right. Did they do that in lieu of playing canned music and the half this crowd yells Arkansas, the other half yells Razorbacks cheer?
During those ridiculous media timeouts, apparently.
Hey, those pay for everything,
Okay,
man. You got to have them.
And all
got to
of this,
have them.
All of this information is terrific. I need to know how many he caught.
Right.
How many times was the dog targeted? How many times did he catch?
Right. Let's.
I'm sorry. Did you wrap that up? I didn't mean to talk.
You did. Yeah,
Okay,
that's right.
Again, was not listening.
Yeah.
My bad. Here's somebody who wants to trade Broden for the dog. No, you can't do that. Dog couldn't get into school.
Oh, he could get into that school. Come on,
Well,
they let me in. I mean,
I guess if he can throw, then yeah.
Yeah. Jeffrey wants me to eat dog poop if Dion comes to Arkansas.
No.
I'm not agreeing to anything. Because if this did happen, and with that athletic department, whose own worst enemy is that athletic department, I'm not taking any chances here that they would bring in Dion. Also, what do you do? Because, Shador's gone. So, what's he going to do?
I don't know how many different ways I have to say this because I've been saying this since day one. The minute Shador leaves for the NFL, he is gone. Okay. He's not going to be there next year. And Colorado is going to have to sit in their own brand when it's over because they enabled this.
Yeah, the dog was during media timeouts. All right, very good. Right. That's cool. Okay. That's a good idea. I like that. Okay. Anyway, very good. The dog only dropped one, but it was overthrown like 4 times.
Who threw it?
The guy that trains the dog.
Okay, I thought it might have been,
No, it wasn't Soylent Green. No, it wasn't. But the dog was targeted more than Has. If he was out there in 4 different timeouts, I mean, really loading it up there. Come on.
Oh, gosh.
Isn't that amazing? Like, I feel like we found a niche in telling you things that no one else will tell you here on Ruscin and Zach. Like, we told you that they snapped a 31-game losing streak when trailing by 14 or more on Saturday. We told you that. We told you that has been targeted 7 times in 3 games.
That should be criminal. Should absolutely be criminal.
Unbelievable to me. I can't believe that. He's got to be like, and I don't know how it works. Like, do they get paid at the end of the month or whatever it is, or beginning of the month? I don't know how that works with the NIL. But he's like, they're paying me to block? Oh, okay, all right, I guess. But, I mean, I don't understand
and I'm going to have to go back and, I guess, watch it more critically to know how many times he was actually in a route. Because, look, Taylor Green misses open guys sometimes. How many times was he actually open versus, how many times is he forced to block in line? And that just seems like a waste of a resource.
Yeah.
And now we could be in a Marvin Harrison Jr. situation where last week he's not even targeted at all. And then this week he catches 4 for like 1 billion yards and beats the Rams 41-10. It could be something along those lines.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Fort Smith guy says the others won't tell you. Like the truth? Well,
yeah.
The
funny thing about the truth.
There's some massaging of the facts that are going around. And it happens. Just depends on what lens you look through.
The according to Pro Football Focus, Haz's average yards per route run is 1.3 yards.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a complete misappropriation of resources. Yeah. That's criminal.
That's according to PFF.
Unless
with that?
there is something that we don't know about his health, that's criminal.
Well, he is still, he was, had that injury last year.
Yeah.
So maybe he's not fully, I have no idea.
Like if he's got a bum ankle and he can't get a release or anything like that, okay. But 7 targets, would you say 1.3 yards average route?
Average route run, yeah.
Now, didn't he caught the 45-yarder against Oklahoma State, right?
Right, that's right, yeah. Right.
So the other 6 targets, ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, doggy. Yuck.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see how his role evolves as the season goes on, Zach. That's what we will see.
Okay. Now we're taking shots at everybody. Casey in Ozark has texted. The band and the dog were the best part. DJ Derek hasn't updated his music in 5 years. You leave DJ Derek alone.
Okay, listen.
I like DJ Derek.
Don't do this.
Everybody was upset.
I know you're in your feelings, but don't bring him into this. This come on. He's better than anybody else you could get to do that. Period. The freaking league hires him to do events. The SEC. I mean, come on, please. What are you going to get your cousin Eddie that does a few weddings to do the DJing at the game? Stop it, please. Come on, please. Enough of this. By the way, another thing on PFF on Green, I wanted to see his 10 to 19 yard passing.
Yeah,
I wanted to see it improve. 48% so far through 3 games. Not what you're and a pick, by the way.
This is cherry picking facts. Here's a texter that's just sent in a text. Green was the best SEC quarterback last weekend per PFF, which, if you look at the offensive overall ratings, okay, he's 90.5.
Yeah.
He was the worst passer.
Yeah. Yes. He graded out very well in the game.
On the runs, he was
on the overall
88.6.
score. Yes, that's correct. Yes.
But he was the worst passer of the players that he sent in. Yeah. Well, I mean, you can bend and shape.
Not cherry picking the facts again. Oh, God. Please.
There's a quarterback who went 10 for 12 or 166 yards, no picks, had 4 rushing touchdowns, and he's getting benched this week for a guy who went 9 for 13. You can cherry pick the facts any way you want.
I guess you can.
11 for 26 with a pick. No.
You're out on that. Okay.
It's what he is. He's inconsistent. This is how it's going to go all year long. And as the defenses get better, and that was not the best defense you're going to face.
No.
As the defenses get better, he needs to be more accurate.
Look at you, namelessly defending Taylor Green texture. I'm very proud of you for this. This is very good. That's very good. I didn't expect a faceless person to defend him, but that's where we are.
Whatever.
Come on.
Taylor Green, he did. He had some spectacular runs, and he bailed them out of some situations. But the 42%, the overthrows, the missing open guys, that's concerning. It's a little concerning. But we'll see. We'll see what happens this weekend.
No. Okay.
JT says, no Arkansas fan would ever cherry pick facts. That's what fans do.
That's what everybody does.
That's correct.
No matter what it is.
I can
Sports.
I can make a spreadsheet say anything you want.
Sports, news, cooking the books at Enron or whatever it is. I mean, everybody.
You don't cook the books. You keep 2 sets. That's like money laundering 101. I mean, you keep the books on the up and up in case the government wants to know. Otherwise, you keep the cookbooks.
Thank you for money laundering 101.
I can't be the only one that knows this, right? DQ, you know about this, right? I mean, look.
I don't have any books to cook.
Okay. I was part of something one time where
an
organization that had 2 completely separate books.
That's
one
true.
was where all the trade went. The other was, the actual books. And I saw a CFO look at that book and go, I do not want my fingerprints on that.
That was not here.
No. It was this is the 90s.
Well, people hear things and get upset. I just wanted to clear that up.
It was in the 90s.
Okay, and well, welcome to the 90s. Okay,
Yeah.
very good. All right. It's Ruscin and Zach here, 866-285-4005. That's how you can get in touch with us here. We will, what happened?
I don't know. Chucky looks pretty good out there. Yes, he did. Running around against Coosa School. A little different.
Coosa School.
That's what they are. Are they American or are they Coosa? I can't remember.
I can't tell
whichever
anymore.
one.
Does it matter?
No, not really.
It's all weird. I know they're not in the MAC. I don't know. Maybe they're trying to get in the American, but then like Memphis may join the Pac-12 now. Like who cares? It's all stupid. This sport is stupid. When you can block 3 kicks and lose,
that's a wild.
This is a dumb endeavor.
sport.
All right?
It's a
This
dumb
is
sport.
just dumb. TCU, I'm looking at you. All right, we'll be back and have more for you coming up.
This is Ruskin and Zach.
If I'm stalking someone, though, I'm really careful.
ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
When you've decided to sell your home, it's important to do your homework. One of the first places to look is at the Lindbergh Real Estate Group's website. They've helped thousands of families sell their homes. Jen was preparing to move out of the area and chose the Lindbergh Real Estate Group to sell her home in Springdale. They immediately got to work and listed the property, and the results were impressive. After just a couple of showings, the home was under contract within a week and sold in just 1 month. Jen's experience highlights the efficiency and effectiveness of the Lindbergh Real Estate Group when it comes to helping its clients. Tara Lindbergh of Lindbergh Real Estate Group. They've sold over $1 billion in real estate. Tara's team can get you a cash offer in 72 hours, or use Tara's high-octane marketing and sell your home quite possibly for thousands over asking. This is why I would trust Tara Lindbergh if I was selling my home. Find out more at LindberghTeam.com. LIMBIRD. Or give them a call at 855-755-SOLD. That's 855-755-7653.
Did you know you can now use your own body's healing properties to revitalize your achy joints and get real lasting pain relief? Hey, it's Tommy Kraft. I'm talking about advanced regenerative medicine at QC Kinetics. Hey, if you're tired of arthritic pain in your knees, hips, back, or shoulder, everybody's talking about regenerative medicine, and the local medical professionals at QC Kinetics are experts in these amazing treatments. You can enhance your joints, improve mobility, and get back to doing the stuff you love. Do it without pain, no drugs or surgery or even downtime. Under the leadership of Medical Director Dr. Mitchell Scheinkup, QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in this exciting breakthrough using cellular therapies. They've got tens of thousands of satisfied patients, and the consultation, it's totally free. So call now and take action to get lasting joint pain relief with help from QC Kinetics right here in Northwest Arkansas. 479-999-1234. 479-999-1234. That's 479-999-1234 for QC Kinetics.
Courtney Hollingsworth Auto Body, family owned and operated for over 40 years, is your collision repair specialist. Only 15% of collision repair shops achieve iCar Gold Class status, the highest training level recognized in the industry. Courtney Hollingsworth is proud to be one of them. Put your vehicle repairs in the hands of the experts. Call Courtney Hollingsworth Auto Body today at 479-751-3801. That's 751-3801. And online at CourtneyHollingsworth.com.
At Stith Plumbing and HVAC, Zach has worn his pencil to a nub.
24,691 unique problems solved.
Huh?
Homeowners who have called Stith Plumbing and HVAC since Grandpa Stith started the company.
You totaled them?
That's a lot of broken pipes.
Clogged drains.
Water heaters.
Dishwasher hookups.
Thank you for calling Stith. All 24,691 of you.
Call 751-9691, 751-9691, or online at stithplumbingandhvac.com. Next time you'll hear Brett say,
Oops, forgot one. 24,692.
On the next episode of The Smarter Guys at Stith Plumbing and HVAC.
Hello, Gentry Pioneers. We hope you had a great summer. The school year has begun, and we are looking forward to a great year. We encourage you to visit our website at www.gentrypioneers.com, follow us on social media, and download our Gentry Public Schools app.
There you can find important dates, news, and events to keep you updated on the exciting things going on in our schools. Gentry Pioneers, ensuring all students connect, learn, and succeed.
You'll be the most valuable player at your tailgate when you cook with upper choice and prime meat from Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. Score big with Richard's tailgate and smoker bundles and ready-to-cook chicken wings, shop-made sausages, gourmet burgers, jalapeno poppers, and loaded bratwursts. No other meat market is in the same league when it comes to the selection, quality, and value you get from Richard's. Call ahead to place your order at 479-443-0000. Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville, 1 block east of College and Rolling Hills Drive.
Hi there, folks. I'm Chief Meteorologist RB Bobby. The 4029 Get Ready Weather forecast had a lot of cloud cover out there earlier today. A few sprinkles as we go throughout the night. That should start to gradually clear away. And wake up tomorrow morning, temperatures in the mid-60s. Could be a little bit of fog early on Tuesday morning. We get to Tuesday afternoon. We get some more sunshine. Call it partly cloudy skies with highs in the mid-80s. So a warmer day on Tuesday and even warmer as we go into Wednesday. Highs in the mid to upper 80s Wednesday and even hotter up to around 90 by Thursday. That's your Get Ready Weather only on 4029.
ESPN 99.5. Please don't take these guys literally or seriously. Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on the Hit That Line Now app.
Ruscin and Zach has been streamed in 158 countries, 50 states, 2 territories, 1 chain of unincorporated islands. Friday, we were streamed in Ballykilliboy, which is in the county Kilkenny in Ireland.
Oh, my God.
Very, very violent little county there in Ireland.
Kilkenny.
You want to stream it to it? It's hitthatline.com. You got one of them Google Play, Alexa dot things. Say, hey, play ES.
Curtsy or something, but I got cinnamon roll frosting on my shirt. I don't want to show everybody that. So
can you eat anything?
No, I really can't. I need a barber cape wherever I go. Can I get I can go to Amazon and get one of those, right? I just need my own barber cape.
I don't think that I've ever seen you eat something without wearing it.
Well, the problem today was there are no forks here, so I had to with the cinnamon roll. I had to raw dog it. You know,
oh, we're using that word now?
That's what I had to do.
DQ raw dogging doesn't apply to eating a cinnamon roll with your hands.
Yeah, it does. It's the same.
It applies to a lot.
It's the same concept. So yeah, the frosting got everywhere.
No, we can see it.
I'm sorry about that, but I mean, I'm an offensive brute. What can I say? I don't know what to tell you.
I just don't understand how you can. You literally wear. I mean, your white station shirt is out of commission because you spilled barbecue sauce on it.
I did. That's true. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So that's gone.
Yeah, it's out. That's out.
DQ had a little incident this weekend. Now, first of all, I didn't know that Birkenstocks cost upwards of $150.
Good God.
Thank
you.
you.
It's the clogs.
That was my response.
It's the clogs.
But DQ dropped what was it? A Sophia
Steven
the Steven Special on her shoes.
A Sophie's Choice.
I don't know what it is. Well, there's one at one of my favorite restaurants called the Sophie Special. Yeah. But you dropped a Steven Special on your shoe,
Special.
Which, for those that don't know, is cheese on suede.
Ooh, that's not good.
Yeah, I'm really sad.
What did, tell us what the shoe guy said. What did he say?
So, whatever. I had to explain what a Steven Special was to one of them, but then another guy walked up and was like, "What's the problem?" And I said, "I spilled a Steven Special on my shoe," and he goes, "So it's cheese?" I thought the way he said it was so funny.
That is funny.
Now, I don't know what's more offensive. That those things cost $165 or that you spilled cheese
I'm so sad.
on them.
I didn't mean to. My box broke, and I thought I had a broken box. So
you mean like a to-go container?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, my to-go container broke.
Oh.
So
isn't that something?
See, this is
I
what
spilled the entire to-go container, and it landed on my foot.
What happens when they ban styrofoam? I'm telling you.
It was
But isn't that something that you check before you launch? I mean, you check to make sure that the container is stable.
It was my fault.
Okay.
Stability. Right.
So I'm gonna go home and hopefully be able to fix what I've already tried to fix.
Now, she
I'm so
came in and she comes in and she goes, "Do you know anything about suede?" Like a little
Yeah.
bit.
If anyone knows anything about suede,
The DQ would like
I'm
to have
open
Can't
for
wear it in the
suggestions.
snow.
Yeah, don't wear it in the snow. But so my immediate thought was, remember Becky the duck from Saved by the Bell?
Yeah,
What did
stop
they-
the drilling, stop
what-
the oil.
What did they use to clean Becky, who had oil all over her? Water and Dawn.
Yeah, Dawn.
And
yeah.
DQ has already tried that, so that doesn't work.
I've already patted it into it just a little bit because you're really not supposed to get suede wet is the issue. But so now it's the cheese is pretty much off of it, but I was sent a photo of my shoes this morning, and it's pretty clear that one of them is now darker than the other.
Do you think you'd like to sue the restaurant
No.
for damages?
No, it's my
'Cause Jackie
fault.
will probably take that.
It's like that hot coffee thing. I mean, you may have a
Right.
case here.
You may.
A faulty to
very
go
well
container.
may.
That may be-
No, it's my fault. So the problem is that I shouldn't have been wearing them because I planned on going to see if the next size up felt just a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
The shoes fit fine, but I just wanted to see. So I was going to return them. Now I can't.
Well, you can't do that.
Yeah,
now.
you're stuck now.
But I mean, they fit fine. So the shoes are mine. So I guess I can't be upset that
What about?
I stained them.
Hear me out here. Let's say Seth from Elk River suggestion. Why not spill cheese on the other one?
Well,
Yeah, they'll match now.
If
Right.
I can't make the one I've already put water and Dawn and spray on,
Mm-hmm.
if I can't make that one look as light as the clean one, I'm gonna have to make the clean one look as dark.
Right.
As the,
Yes, that's right.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Spill something on
I
there.
don't know. I'm really sad.
Get another Steven special and pour it on there.
I don't think. No, I'll just put a little water on it.
I'm offended. Those things are $165.
They're
that's
the clogs.
absurd.
The Birkenstocks aren't that much, or just the regular sandals.
But
They're
these,
called
are-
called Bostons. They're very nice.
I think my shoes are like $40 and I'm wearing it. The Skechers slides are not that
Oh
expensive.
no, they're the way to go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And these have got some kind of. I can't get them clean anymore, so I've asked for some new ones for my birthday.
Okay.
Because people always ask, "What do you want for your birthday?" Well, I want some new Skechers slides.
Josh out of the 870 says Grease Lightning will fix it. I don't know what that is, but Josh sounds like
What's
he knows
that
what he's
stuff
talking
you
about.
used to tell me to clean the car with?
It's called Tough Stuff.
Tough stuff. Yeah, would that work?
No.
Okay.
Not on this. No.
Okay.
No, that's for cleaning the upholstery in your car.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's good stuff. Tough stuff.
Great text from Nate in Fayetteville. They ain't that nice if they can't handle a little queso.
Well, they're suede. It's
Doesn't matter.
suede and leather. So
Again,
they're very nice and they're comfortable and they give off a fall vibe.
this feels like a very teachable moment for you. Always check your container before you leave. Ask for a plastic bag. See if you had a plastic bag, none of this would have happened. Agreed? Agreed.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Heavy grit sandpaper. Spent 8 years cleaning suede military boots.
Hold on.
Okay.
Military boots are suede?
Well, I mean, you know, when you go into the jungle, you can't clash. DQ, that's Good Morning Vietnam.
Suede?
Why not?
Huh.
That's what the discerning GI will be wearing this year. Mr. Leo?
Wow, you left the door open and she didn't do it.
Yeah, I know. It's Good Morning Vietnam.
Morning,
It's right there. It's just hanging there.
I even waited.
Right?
I mean, come on.
Or, as Seth says, you could have just eaten your meal there.
That's the problem.
Off the floor?
That's
Is that
the
good?
real thing. I ate too much queso. So then whenever my meal that just contained rice, queso, and chicken arrived, I was full.
There's a text from the 870. Tell me you're old without telling me you're old. I wear $40 Skechers and they're comfortable. Well, they are. Shut up.
Now, great value Bob Ross, who once owned a dry cleaning
He did.
store,
He could get anything out of anything.
says use a brass bristle brush. Try saying that 3 times.
With
fast.
the grain.
With the grain.
So what is the grain on suede? Is that a downward motion?
I don't know. It may change
But
on all shoes.
I have one of these bristles that has. I have one.
Kendall
Wow.
says this is an idle rich thing.
Seems that way.
Yeah.
Man. Your expensive shoes. Whatnot.
Your fancy shoes.
That's right.
Also, spray some Scotch Guard on your new shoes.
Yeah.
Fix it every time.
Yeah.
Now, here's another suggestion. To clean suede, spelled incorrectly, use 91% alcohol. Not 92, not 90, but 91.
That sounds like a party there, right?
Yes, it does.
91%.
You throw that in there. You throw that in a trash can with some fruit. A couple hours later, man, you're good to go.
That's the punch right there.
Yeah.
Of course, that would eat through the trash can, so you need a couple.
Have you ever drank, whatever, consumed alcohol out of a trash can?
Who hasn't?
Well, that's what I'm asking. I don't know if the kids today are still doing that.
I don't know if it was out of a trash can or just like a big container.
You knew when one of your friends brought the trash can out of the basement, it was going to be a party.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I think COVID may have ended that.
Well, that's no. Well, no, the alcohol would take care of all of that, wouldn't it?
You would think. Yeah, you would think. Vici Aesthetics and Wellness can get you on track with your weight loss journey with semaglutide or tirzepatide. Mention Ruscin and Zach, get 15% off your first package. They offer special packages for weight loss alone or weight loss with hormone optimization. So let's get that medical consultation scheduled, shall we, with Vici Aesthetics and Wellness. 479-343-8424. Call or text them. 479-343-8424 for Vici Aesthetics and Wellness. All right, we'll be back here very soon. Don't go anywhere, please.
It's Monday, September 16th. I'm Brennan Evans. This is your 4029 News, live, local, late-breaking update. A Greenwood City Councilman was arrested over the weekend accused of driving under the influence. Our Brett Rains tells us why the councilman says he will fight the charges and has no plans to step down from the council or from his position as a high school football broadcaster. More info on that story is available right now on our free mobile app and at 4029tv.com. In other news, a Fayetteville man is behind bars charged with murdering his father with a shotgun. Jacob Murphy explains what we learned so far. Sky gazers are gearing up for tomorrow's lunar eclipse. NASA says it will peak at 9:44 p.m. Find out if the clouds will clear enough for everyone to enjoy it and what the rest of the week looks like in your Get Ready Weather forecast. And in sports, the Gridiron Hogs are turning the page on an ugly win against UAB over the weekend with their first SEC road test of the season up next as they travel to take on Auburn this Saturday. I'm Brennan Evans. Join me tonight on 4029 News.
APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group has immediate openings in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you're a licensed CDL driver, heavy equipment operator, electrician, diesel mechanic, have paving or concrete labor experience, or experience in a quarry, apply today at jobs.crh.com. APAC offers top pay, a sign-on bonus, benefits including insurance, retirement, and profit sharing. Apply online today at jobs.crh.com. APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
Whether you're hosting the ultimate tailgate or watch party at home, put out a game-winning spread with Honey Baked, because game day is a Honey Baked day. Get your game day spread ready with their customizable sandwich game day box, packed with a variety of sandwiches, sides, and cookies for everyone to enjoy. Or elevate your game day festivities with their Slider 24-pack game day box, featuring an irresistible selection of sliders, sides, and cookies. Order your Honey Baked game day box today in Fayetteville or Bentonville and online at honeybaked.com.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe insurance should adjust to fit your needs. That's why we work with you to design an auto, home, and life insurance plan that's particular to you. Insurance that fits just right. Ready to check us out? Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Call my friend J.T. Finley at 479-521-4220 or come by and see him in the heart of Fayetteville off College Avenue.
Hey, Coach, what's up?
I'm a worried there, DQ. I met the old owner of my house and they still had a key to my house. That made me think, how many keys are out there? What should I do?
I know who you need to call. Pop-A-Lock. They do more than just unlock cars. They can rekey your home or even install new locks, giving you peace of mind that only you have keys to your home.
Thanks, DQ. That sounds great. Call Pop-A-Lock today, 479-444-9900 for the key moments in your life.
That's right, Coach.
Are you passionate about sports? Do you thrive in a fast-paced environment? ESPN Arkansas is looking for driven, dynamic individuals to join our team as a sports marketing and digital consultant. We're looking for someone with a winning attitude, a love for the game, and a knack for closing the deal. If you've got experience in sales, marketing, digital, or business development, and you're ready to take your career to the next level, we want to hear from you. Email your resume to sales@hitthatline.com. Pearson Broadcasting is an equal opportunity employer.
Ready to reclaim that youthful edge? At Voxy in Rogers, we're experts in helping men achieve a naturally refreshed look with our Botox treatments. Our experienced team understands what men need to maintain a fresh appearance without the hassle. Get started today with $50 off your first treatment using code VOXY50. Visit VoxyNWA.com and discover how easy it is to look your best. That's Voxy as in V for victory, OXYNWA.com.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Buckle up. Brunch is now being served at your local lodge. Wake up with the scratch favorites you love and classic brunch drinks that won't break the bank. Only at Twin Peaks in Rogers. Sterling Bank is your community bank. As a bank, they know the biggest asset is the community they serve. Sterling Bank values its role in Northwest Arkansas and works hard to make the community stronger each day. If you're looking for a bank that offers top-notch customer service and a complete menu of products designed to make your banking experience pleasant and productive, visit your local branch in Fayetteville or Rogers. Sterling Bank is your community bank. Member FDIC.
KAKS Goshen Fayetteville, K237GR Johnson. This is ESPN Northwest Arkansas. Covering the Razorbacks like no one else.
The one thing that the coaches and the people who are opponents to talk radio are totally right about is it is by nature a negative process. Losing is better than winning.
Derek Ruscin.
I want to talk to the idiot who put that moron on the air.
Zach Arns.
I think this building should be condemned. There's serious metal fatigue in all the load-bearing members. The wiring is substandard. It's completely inadequate for our power needs. And the neighborhood is like a demilitarized zone.
With DQ.
Kelsey finds a blank space for the score.
Like it or not, another hour of Ruscin and Zach starts right now.
All right, we're back here. ESPN Arkansas. And the Hit That Line Now app. 866-285-4005. DQ, they make a shoe cleaner for suede.
Oh.
Out there. They make it.
There you go.
Someone just sent me a picture of the can or the bottle.
Yeah.
It's a can, yeah.
I have the spray bottle, and I think that'll help with the water stain portion of the shoe, but it didn't help with the cheese stain.
What is in this Steven special that
It's the
water
cheese.
and
No,
cheese?
no, it's cheese. It's queso. So queso got on the shoes, essentially.
You just want me to buy you a new pair?
No.
It's manufactured cheese.
Yeah, it's not
You know what
really
I mean?
cheese.
Yeah, it's what do they call that stuff?
Velveeta.
Yeah. All right. Oh boy. So what does this say?
This actually isn't the worst
Okay.
idea I've heard.
Okay, all right.
Text for out of Charleston, Arkansas, DQ says to clean cheesy shoes. He sounds like an expert. Try a heat gun. John is Texas, and try a heat gun, and then just like scrape it off with like wax.
So I heard you're not supposed to do that with suede specifically.
What about Mia? Can she just lick it off? She's got that
Well, so
sandpaper tongue.
I think the cheese is gone, or
Ah.
like pretty much gone. Now my problem is the one shoe is darker than the other.
Nobody will notice.
Yeah.
There should be some kind of insurance since queso was invented in Arkansas.
Yeah.
I mean, we should have queso insurance.
Should be, yeah, exactly.
Somebody get State Farm on the phone.
So this past football weekend happened to be the weekend that my father discovered the red zone.
Yeah.
And this was this is like giving a crackhead meth. Like it's he's asking me if other sports do this and how this all works.
Yes.
And I'm like, and he was not present for the I don't know what time he got home from the golf course, but in the early window there were 10 games going on.
Uh-huh.
Which is peak red zone. 10 games going on. It's bing, 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 bing. In the afternoon, there were like 3. So it's a little bit calmer. But the witching hour with 10 games is you have to go outside and have a cigarette when you're done. It's something else. So that has happened now. And there you go. He's a red zone guy now.
He's a red zone guy now.
Red zone guy now. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
I believe, and this is just my own personal belief, that the remote control was the most important invention of last century. I think the quad box may be the most important invention of the first quarter century. A quarter of a century. A quarter of this century is the quad box. It has changed my viewing habits. It changed my viewing habits so much, thanks to the fine folks at YouTube TV. I have a 65-inch television in my living room. Okay. I went and got a 55 and put it on the floor next to it, and was so enthralled with the 8 games that I had going on.
You went Octobox.
I didn't stop at Octobox.
Oh, no.
I went and got a 50-inch TV out of another room and put it next to it. At one point, Saturday afternoon, I had 12 games going at once.
And they were all in commercial at the same time, weren't they?
I have to tell you a couple things. No, I don't think we ever got everybody in commercial at the same time. But I did get very upset at one point when I had the Colorado State game on 2 different TVs.
Yeah, that's.
I felt like they should have taken into consideration what I was doing, but the quad box has changed everything about viewing. It's the only way to do it. The only thing I wish is that because I have to cast from my phone to my TV, I wish I could bounce around on the audio. I can't do that, but if you take a little time and you set it up correctly, you can get it to where your game is the one on the big TV, and then you've got all the subsequent games. It was, and at one point, I moved my ottoman out of the way and sat down in front of my couch so that I could not see out the window or anywhere else. I was just surrounded by televisions. It may have been one of the 3 or 4 greatest moments of my life.
Well, the quad box is necessary when you sit in here and do like post game shows, because I can sit here and keep up with 4 games. While we're talking about a crappy game, which is usually what happens on the post-game show here on when you talk about this place. So that was it's a necessity. You got to have it. I will say that the Mrs. R is not a fan of Red Zone.
Okay,
but is on board with the quad box. She says you can't keep up with any of the games on Red Zone. Like as soon as you figure out what's happening, they take you to another one. So. She doesn't like Red Zone as much, but the quad box, the quad box is great because you listen to the one you're listening to, and then you can kind of glance at the other ones. It's great.
It is. It is. I know that people are texting in other great inventions, and I said for me, this is the most important invention of the last 25 years for me is the quad box. It has Remember when you used to you'd have to watch games on your computer? And it would have the quad box. Well, now they got it on TV. If I had been thinking, I could have gone 16 deep and put my laptop up there. Would that have been too much?
And your phone.
And my phone. I could have gone 20 deep.
Oh,
Kinsey
my
has
God.
an iPad.
There aren't even 20 channels, are they?
I'm going to do this. I'm going to do 20 this weekend.
You're going for 20?
I'm going to go for 20.
You're a sick man.
Why?
I just can't. In any given window, at most, there are 3 games I want to watch. Maybe 4, not 12. I don't want to watch.
Derek, it's no longer about the game. It's about the chase. How many games can I get on? It's like having my own personal sports bar.
No, I see. Yeah, I guess so.
And when you sit down in the Thunderdome and you're completely surrounded by these TVs, everything is wonderful. There's no one in the world that can bother you in that very moment. Although, judging by the number of texts I got on Saturday, some of you tried.
To bother you? Yeah, they were.
Started at 8 o'clock in the morning yesterday.
Oh, yeah? What happened there?
I don't know. I didn't even answer my phone. I just shut it off.
No. Second attorney wants to come over.
Yeah, come on. Come on. I'm thinking about mounting another TV in my living room.
Too.
My 65-inch TV's on a TV stand, and I can put the 50 up above the fireplace. I could do that.
So, yeah, here's a text. We fully support your quad box journey.
Thank you very much, sir, out of Texas. How many games? Like if you bring up my laptop plus my phone, I could have 20. 5 times 4 is still 20, right? Yes.
As far as I know.
Yeah.
I mean, that may be a grouping thing.
I think I could do it, and I would like to. I would like to invite all Americans to try this at some point. It's for the betterment of your health. You know, the NFL is weird like that. They only have 10 games, which seems kind of paltry at this point.
You want 20.
I want 20. Why do I want 10 when I can have 20? The NBA will be fun. I'll try that. Baseball. Oh my gosh, I can do it with baseball. I didn't even think about that.
Well, there aren't 20 games. There aren't 40 teams in the NBA, so you can't get 20 games.
Well, you can get the games on, like, you can get the overseas. Excuse me. I can get the overseas stuff.
Oh, through that Latvian
it's not
connection?
Latvian. It's more of a Ukrainian Starlink thing, but whatever.
Oh, man.
Dr. K wants to know if having a 65-inch, 55-inch, and a 55-inch TV all in one room idle rich, DQ.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It seems so stressful.
Well, all the trucks were obtained falling off the truck, so to speak. It's not like you paid full boat for them or anything. Retail's for suckers.
JT, yeah, it is. That's for you people, not me people. JT in Hot Springs points out that the guy that gets distracted and can't keep up with a radio show thinks he can keep up with 20 games. It's not about keeping up with the 20 games. It's about getting 20 individual games in my viewing range. I don't care what the games are. I just want to be able to do it once.
Right.
And say, and I'll be like Doc Brown, 88 miles an hour. That's Back to the Future. 88 miles per hour. That's all I want to do. 20 games. 20 games. And then then I'm done. I move on to my next quest.
Nate says mount 4 65-inch TVs.
What?
Pardon me?
Sorry, sometimes my Tourette's gets me. If you're going to do it, mount the 65-inch TV is heavy. It's really heavy. And it has a very sturdy base. And I like where it is. It's the other ones are lighter, and I can put those up, and I've got all the gadgetry for it.
So would you say when this sucker hits 20 games, you're going to see some serious bleep?
DQ, that's also Back to the Future.
Of course it is. One of the greatest films ever made.
I think if I did that at one point, if I got to 20 games, and after I did the Doc Brown thing, I think I could die and be happy.
Okay.
Because I don't know what's left for me.
It took a dark turn.
Well, I'm just saying I don't know that that's the last box.
Why don't you hang the TVs around your ceiling fan like one of those big scoreboards in an arena? You could do that.
I saw one of those. That configuration. I'm telling you.
Lance says you've created the sphere for NWA.
Yes. Bingo.
They should have a March Madness thing in the sphere where you can just watch a bunch of games on that thing.
Yeah.
Everybody gets car sick. It'd be fantastic. It'd be puking like that guy that puked on the ball in the
Imagine
Packer
all the
game.
cricket I can watch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if they have the quad box for cricket, but I'd like to give it a shot.
I would think you could find 20 cricket matches to watch because it's being played a lot of places at the same time.
Or just 20 individual sporting events. That's really all I need. I want 20 channels in my sight line.
I would do it like little Marty did in Back to the Future 2, where you put all those channels and then the Weather Channel.
Well, of course.
Put that in one.
And C-SPAN.
19 games and one on the Weather Channel.
Oh, JT says 65-inch TVs are not heavy. 98-inch TVs are heavy.
Well,
excuse us.
He hangs this stuff for a living, so he would know.
I like where my TV is. It's big, but I was just thinking, I have a space where I could do it. There's a Beatles photo there. I could put the 55 right there.
You're going to replace the Beatles with a television?
Yeah, John Paul and George and Ringo, they can go somewhere else for a TV.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, Drew says the key to this is to have some shekels on each game. No, I wouldn't know what to do with
20 gamer?
Yeah. I don't know.
A 20 gamer.
Next free Saturday, I'm thinking about giving it a shot. I'll grab all the available TVs I have and see what happens. No, I'd have 5. So I could do...
You could do 25.
Yeah, I could.
No way.
No, 5 times 4 is
do
20.
20. It's 20. Yeah.
5 times 4 is still 20, right?
Oh, man. All right. There you go. This is the way to do it. This is the way moving forward.
I don't think this is the. I don't think I'm that far off. I got some wild ideas, but I think I'm closer to reality than I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah. What if now? This would kill me. What if you had 4-game parlays on each TV? Now that whoever runs Bet Saracen, pay attention here. Somehow figure out how to put like you can a la carte your games somewhere. And my
Please gamble responsibly.
My 3-team parlay is on TV number 1. Yeah. My late parlay is on TV 2. That would be
This past weekend, more than once, I was able to get 4 games I actually wanted to watch at the same time in the quad box. Because last year with the quad box, there was always one that you didn't want, but it was there. Because you would go with, I'll watch these 3 and just ignore that corner.
We need to have a Tony Soprano-style discussion with the person who picks what's in the boxes. Because some of their choices, I don't care about Fresno State.
Yeah, they're always trying to sneak in a Mountain West game on there, and I don't really care. You know what I mean?
We need to talk to somebody about this, but I think we're on to something.
Yeah, and it's supposedly like you can create your own multi-view now, but then the games that you can pick for the multi-view, there's always a game or two that aren't there that you want to be there.
Yeah.
It has something to do with, I imagine, ESPN and CBS being different deals.
You say that, but I had Arkansas, Notre Dame, A&M, and then there was another game
that's right,
on one of the quad boxes. And that, for me, that was great because the 2 games I had to pay attention to were right in front of me.
The over-the-air games are in fewer of the options. If it's just the games that are on ESPN or FS1 or whatever, they will give you every permutation imaginable. You can put them in this order. You can put them in this order. You can put 3 of them.
You should be able to slide them around and create your own. Create a quad. That sounds like a great marketing scheme.
Now, the NFL, you can put anything you want in there, and it's pretty good. I was watching 4 games I wanted to watch.
How big is the NFL? They fed us, in Northwest Arkansas, I don't know about the rest of it, but they fed us Jets Titans, and we sat and watched it.
We did.
Well,
it's Aaron Rodgers, Zach. Aaron Rodgers.
You can give us the worst game of the week, and we will sit there and watch it.
It's Aaron Rodgers.
What was it? Saints and the Panthers were on last weekend. It's a terrible football game, but they still stayed to the end, and somebody watched it.
It's Aaron Rodgers. That's why you watch. It wasn't Jets.
And Jason suggesting, what about the quad box and then a picture-in-picture?
Remember when we thought we had peaked as a society with picture-in-picture all those years ago? Was that 30 years ago?
It was.
Get those big TVs that stood in the floor.
Yep.
The original big screens.
I had picture
and you could get picture-in-picture, but you had to have a VCR or something. There was some kind of weird way to do it.
Yeah, you had to have another way of bringing the channel in.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Man, we have come a long way, man.
We really have.
We have come a long way.
I'm a quad boxer.
Yeah. Quad boxer.
I quad box. Do you?
Sounds like something they do at Shadow Valley. But anyway, I digress here. All right. Tell us your quad boxing habits here at 866-285.
Not the only one.
4005. That's how you can reach us here. Let me tell you about the Limbird team and Tara Limbird and the Limbird Real Estate Group. You know, you need an agent when you're selling your home that's not just going to put a for sale sign in the yard and that's it. You need a dedicated team. The local team is the Limbird Real Estate Group. So Chris and Linda were going to sell their home in Bentonville, and they reached out to the Limbird Real Estate Group, and through the entire process, the team was dedicated to marketing and showcasing their home's full potential. In 1 month, 30 showings, and a buyer paid tens of thousands of dollars over asking price. Chris and Linda were thrilled with the results. The Limbird Real Estate Group exceeded expectations once again. Tara Limbird and the Limbird Real Estate Group, where they have sold over $1 billion in real estate. You can get a cash offer in 72 hours or use Tara's high-octane marketing and sell your home maybe for thousands over asking price. Find out more about it at LimbirdTeam.com. The agent I would trust if I was selling my home, Tara Limbird. LimbirdTeam.com. You can click on Home Estimate and find out what your home is worth in seconds from the experts at the Limbird team. Tara Limbird and the Limbird Real Estate Group. You can also give them a call at 855-755-SOLD, 855-755-7653, or in Fort Smith, call them at 802-0022.
This is Ruscin and Zach.
Everybody's Mr. O plural me negative.
ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text BREAK to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text BREAK to 321-321. That's BREAK to 321-321.
It's Ruscin and Zach.
Give me the hog truck.
When you're looking for your next side-by-side, motorcycle, ATV, or zero-turn mower, look no further than your local Wood Power Sports store. With convenient locations in Springdale, Fayetteville, and Harrison, we've got 9 brands to choose from. If you can think of it, we've probably got it. These 3 convenient locations also provide you with outstanding service and parts capabilities. Want to know more? Visit us online at woodpowersports.com. Pick your brand, location, or shop all 3. We look forward to earning your business. Wood Power Sports, a solid name you can trust.
Gasano's Chicago Style Pizza brings you the happiest of happy hours. Happy hour Monday through Friday, 3 to 7, with $1 off drafts, well liquor, and wine. Gasano's happiest hour from 5 to 6 with $1 short domestics and $2 tall domestics. Don't forget, $15 domestic buckets all day, every day at Gasano's, your premier sports bar showing all your favorite teams. The place for the happiest hour, weekdays at 5. It's Gasano's Chicago Style Pizza.
Do you own a business or are you starting a new business? Sign Studio is the answer to all of your brick and mortar advertising needs. Sign Studio can wrap your new company vehicle or an entire fleet of vehicles, manufacture and install stunning road and building signs, or simply print a banner and set of business cards to get you started. No matter where you are in business, Sign Studio is with you. With friendly service and smiling faces, Sign Studio is your source for complete visual marketing. Visit yoursignstudio.com or call 250-4844.
Courtney Hollingsworth Auto Body, family owned and operated for over 40 years, is your collision repair specialist. Only 15% of collision repair shops achieve iCar Gold Class status, the highest training level recognized in the industry. Courtney Hollingsworth is proud to be one of them. Put your vehicle repairs in the hands of the experts. Call Courtney Hollingsworth Auto Body today at 479-751-3801. That's 751-3801. And online at CourtneyHollingsworth.com.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
This is Peyton Stovall. I'm back on the field this season with a little more experience. Now I know the #1 spot for burgers, fries, and shakes. CJ's Butcher Boy Burgers. Stop by and see my friend Keith Wilson and his team at the Fayetteville location off Weddington and Sally at the Arkansas Avenue location in Russellville. Don't forget to pick up a bottle of Butcher Boy seasoning at either location or your local Harps. CJ's Butcher Boy Burgers. When all you do are burgers, they have to be the best.
What a catch at second base by Peyton Stovall laying it out.
Hey, Coach, what's up?
I'm worried there, DQ. I'm at the old owner of my house, and they still had a key to my house. That made me think, how many keys are out there? What should I do?
I know who you need to call. Pop-A-Lock. They do more than just unlock cars. They can rekey your home or even install new locks, giving you peace of mind that only you have keys to your home.
Thanks, DQ. That sounds great. Call Pop-A-Lock today, 479-444-9900, for the key moments in your life.
That's right, Coach.
How do I drive more traffic to my website? How do I increase my Google rankings? If these are just a few of the questions you have for your business, then we should talk. In addition to sports radio marketing, ESPN Arkansas can help your business be found online. From website design to geo-targeted campaigns, search engine marketing, social media management, streaming video campaigns, and much more. ESPN Arkansas is your digital marketing partner. Go to espnarkansasdigital.com for your free digital marketing audit or email us at sales@hitthatline.com to schedule an appointment.
Work now, pay later with sizzling savings at WT Equipment. No money down, no interest, and no payments until 2025 on select New Holland equipment. Choose 0 for 60 or up to 10,000 cash back plus free net wrap on roll belt round balers. 0 for 72 or up to 10,000 cash back on mid-range tractors, or 0 for 72 plus an additional 2,000 cash back on a new compact. Work smarter with no money down, no interest, and no payments on your choice of the summer's hottest deals at WT Equipment, your partner in progress.
Hello, folks. I'm Chief Meteorologist RB Bobby. The 4029 Get Ready Weather forecast had a lot of cloud cover out there earlier today. A few sprinkles as we go throughout the night. That should start to gradually clear away, and wake up tomorrow morning, temperatures in the mid-60s. Could be a little bit of fog early on Tuesday morning. We get to Tuesday afternoon, we get some more sunshine. Call it partly cloudy skies with highs in the mid-80s, so a warmer day on Tuesday, and even warmer as we go into Wednesday. Highs in the mid to upper 80s Wednesday, and even hotter up to around 90 by Thursday. That's your Get Ready Weather only on 4029.
ESPN 99.5. We don't read the headlines, we make the headlines. This is Ruskin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
Did you see Cadillac texted in?
I'm doing something wrong. Cadillac's got he's got it going right now.
Yeah.
Just had a birthday.
Yeah.
He has it going on.
Yeah, he's waiting on this other girl to come back from Gulf Shores. He says it's good to be the king. Clearly it is. Look at him go, this man. Oh, man. Way to go, Cadillac. Congratulations. Let's see here. Jared in Greenville's on the phone. Hi, Jared.
Hey, guys. Why?
Hmm?
Why do we have to go through this? Seems like every home game. Why do we have to continue? I mean, I'm sitting there on Saturday thinking, in the first quarter, I was just thinking, here we go. I mean, let's see. Let's back up a little bit. Oklahoma State, my heart was in that game. I was like, we're here. I have high hopes for this team. We lose that one, I get pretty crushed. And then coming on Saturday, I was like, okay, here's their chance to pick themselves up, show what they're made of, and the performance they put on, at least in the first half, it was terrible. And I was listening to the Monday or Wednesday, whenever they do the player not teleconference, but the little press conference.
Mm-hmm.
And Taylon Green and Jaquindon Jackson are asked, what do y'all see from the other team? Like, what do y'all see on the defensive looks and who looks good on their team? And they couldn't name a single player. And they were saying, this week we're just focused on us. That was a huge red flag. I was like, how can you not name a single defensive player on the opposing team you're about to face? It made no sense to me. And there were some people trying to spin it like, it's maybe not too bad. Like, yeah, just focus on cleaning up your own mistakes and all this, blah, blah, blah. But if you don't know what the other team is going to throw at you, how do you know that you're not going to, you don't know what you're going to do? That was a huge red flag. And then it obviously showed up on Saturday that they had no clue what they were coming into, who they were going to see, what type of, defense they were going to be looking at. And I am by no means calling for anybody's job. It's a decision that I would never want to make as an athletic director or anything. So I'm not going to call for anything. But Sam Pittman, if you look at, who he is and kind of how he runs his own, I don't know, just the way he is. He's very laid back. There's this team has no discipline that I've seen so far. I mean, sure, we've got a lot of talent. I think we're more talented than we were last year. but the discipline is at the same level, if not less, to this point, of like, we need somebody in there getting these guys in line and making a big deal about every game. I don't care, if it's UAB or UAPB or whatever, like, make it very evident that this is a do or die situation every game. I don't care who it is.
Well, here's the thing, Jared. Thanks for the phone call there. Yes, this is all. I think you see somebody said that Saturday. Pittman didn't have him watch film on this tournament, and I didn't say anything about it because I didn't verify it myself. But if the players were talking about it, then that will tell you why they performed poorly, because they were not well prepared for this particular matchup. That would all line up there. Listen, the football program has a problem with unearned arrogance. They are the only program on this campus at the University of Arkansas that behaves like they've accomplished a lot, and they haven't done a damn thing. Baseball. I mean, I think that speaks for itself, what they've done there. John Calipari, he can puff his chest out a little bit. He's in the Hall of Fame. Softball, soccer, golf, whatever you want to talk about. Football, and maybe this is a Sam thing. It's starting to all line up in my head when you the way you put it, Jared, on the phone there. Like, they act and carry themselves as if they've accomplished a great amount of things, and they haven't done a thing. They haven't done a thing. And they're lucky they didn't lose on Saturday. That's the truth of the matter, because they were getting it handed to them for a while there. So
I think the assertion that they didn't study film or didn't is ludicrous. It's absolutely.
Well, that's what they said, though.
No, they didn't. What I think the unearned arrogance or the arrogance, they didn't take UAB seriously. I think that's obvious. It's also very hard to get up for a team like Oklahoma State and then follow that back up and meet that again. It's very hard to do. We said it when we first started this. Sam Pittman doesn't know what buttons to push when they get into trouble, and it just compounds itself. Now, they got out of it on Saturday, and they got out of it and they won by running the damn ball, which is they had that available to them the whole time. But you can see it took them a little while. I mean, the idea that they just had 5 days of practice, didn't do anything, didn't look at film, didn't have any idea. I mean, do you think Bobby Petrino kicked his feet up on his desk and went, you know what, we got this? No. They just didn't meet UAB's intensity level. And that's a problem, but that falls back on the head coach and your captains and your assistant coaches to kind of drag this thing along. They got out of there with a win. They're lucky they did. You can't, and they said it in the postgame, you can't play like that in the league and expect to win. If they go into Auburn, and they're going on the road, so they shouldn't, but if they go into Auburn with that kind of an attitude, they're going to get run. Yep. And then they're going to get run the next week and run the next week. You can't have that sort of thing happen. This is a classic letdown game, trap game. It's an Admiral Akbar. It's a trap.
Yeah,
it's a classic trap game, and they got caught. They're not good enough to walk around with their chest puffed out going, we'll just get out of this. We can bring our B game and beat anybody. They're not good enough to do that. There's not enough.
But they think they are, and that's the thing.
And better teams have been caught by trap games. Better teams have been caught in trap games. They got out of there. They got the win. And you flush this one and you move on. But you also have to be very wary of not letting this happen again. Because if you do this, next week against Auburn, which you shouldn't, but if you did, they're going to beat you by 20. And it's gonna compound itself as you go on. I just feel like they walked into that game, read the name on the front of the jersey, and went, it's UAB. We should be able to beat them. And UAB came to play. Give them credit. I think that's what you ran into, was a team that just wasn't ready.
All right, we'll continue this as we move along here. 866-285-4005. We also have DQ's check marks, the very controversial segment coming up here momentarily.
There will be a host response to some of these check marks, because I feel these are fugazi, corrupt. This is as corrupt as a third world dictator.
Or is the IOC.
Right. She's going to do what she wants, not what's earned.
FIFA.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. DQ is the FIFA of check marks.
Sepp Blatter in there. All right, we'll be right back.
This is Ruscin and Zach.
I get on that fancy bus they meet us with, and my damn belt exploded.
ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
Robert and Victoria wanted to sell their property in Bella Vista. They turned to the Limbird Real Estate Group. From the moment they met with the Limbird team, Robert and Victoria knew they were in good hands. The team listened carefully to their needs and goals, and they developed a plan to sell the land quickly and efficiently. Over the next few weeks, Limbird Real Estate Group worked tirelessly to market the property and generate interest from potential buyers. They leveraged their extensive network of contacts and used innovative marketing strategies to get the word out about the land. Before they knew it, Robert and Victoria had multiple offers on the table. The team at Limbird helped them evaluate each offer and ultimately chose the one that was best for them. Robert and Victoria were not only satisfied with the results, but also impressed with how Limbird handled the entire process. They've been through the real estate process before, but this was by far the smoothest and most efficient experience they've ever had. Find out more about it at limbirdteam.com. LIMBIRD.
Our goal is to provide patients with the strongest, most effective, and safest options in this exciting field of regenerative medicine.
Dr. Mitchell Shinecup, National Medical Director at QC Kinetics.
The idea that you can avoid a joint replacement is very exciting.
And that's from a surgeon who's done thousands of joint replacements, but who now believes there's a better way.
Regenerative medicine, as we understand it today, gives lasting pain relief, improved function, without surgery, without drugs.
Under Dr. Shinecup's leadership, QC Kinetics medical professionals treat patients every day with the most advanced protocols in natural biologics. Literally tens of thousands of people all over America.
I've been doing research on regenerative medicine for 2 decades. This is the future of medicine.
Call QC Kinetics for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 479-999-1234. That's 479-999-1234. 479-999-1234.
To you, a tractor isn't a toy. It's a tool, and you use it all the time. For every application on every job site, or for all the small jobs around your farm. If you're tired of big payments on those tools, it's time to check out a new TYM tractor at Tatum Motor Company. With a new TYM, you can get the reliability you need for every job. If you also need something that's versatile, you have to check out the TYM and all the available attachments. It's perfect for any job. And most importantly, you want something that's affordable. Get a new tractor with the same features and capability for less. A new TYM from Tatum Motor Company is unmatched in affordability. Go ahead, compare prices. You'll see the best value is a new TYM tractor at Tatum Motor Company in Anderson, Missouri, and Tawnytown, Arkansas.
I'm Paul with Tatum Motor Company. Visit us online at tatummotor.com.
Hello, Gentry Pioneers. We hope you had a great summer. The school year has begun, and we are looking forward to a great year. We encourage you to visit our website at www.gentrypioneers.com, follow us on social media, and download our Gentry Public Schools app. There you can find important dates, news, and events to keep you updated on the exciting things going on in our schools. Gentry Pioneers, ensuring all students connect, learn, and succeed.
Pay attention, this happens fast. You're on the forklift in your warehouse when it breaks down. You call Medley Equipment Company. Talk to Debbie. Hello! Debbie tells you they'll get you moving again. Debbie talks to a service tech.
Yep, I can do it.
Tech says when they can be there. That nice Debbie lady calls you back. Hello! Saying your forklift will be fixed in a few hours. Nice. Pretty fast, right? We're just trying to keep up because Medley keeps you moving.
I'm Branch Manager Bo Tommy. Visit medley.com or come see us at 2150 Ford Avenue, Springdale, Arkansas.
Hey y'all, it's Melinda at Fantasy Sports Cuts. Is your hair game in overtime? Then head to Fantasy Sports Cuts, the ultimate hair joint for men. We don't just cut hair, we draft the perfect style for your dome. Our scissor-wielding all-stars will turn your mop into a championship look. Want the Hail Mary mohawk or the slam dunk fade? We've got you covered. So hustle down to Fantasy Sports Cuts, where every day is game day for your hair. Walk-ins are welcome or book online at fantasysportscuts.com or give us a call. Fantasy Sports Cuts at Mission and Crossover in the Harp Shopping Center.
Northwest Arkansas. Hi, this is Stacy with ProMix Concrete, a division of Ozark Ready Mix. We're a local ready mix concrete supplier, and I'd like to invite you to call our team. We'll provide you high performance, optimized ready mix concrete and top notch service for any and all of your commercial, DOT, and residential construction applications. Call us at 479-480-3060. That's 479-480-3060, and we'll take care of your business. Ask yourself, do you need a mix or ProMix?
ESPN 99.5. It's Ruskin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
We're back. 866-285-4005. DQ's got the check marks coming up here.
Wrong.
The drive home today and every day here on Ruskin and Zach is powered by Mr. Sparky.
Need a licensed electrician to service your home? Give us a jingle. Or just use this one.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
For local pros, call Mr. Sparky.
You guys plop in the chairs, and that's why you break them.
No. Disagree.
Look, another player's rung the bell. That means he did his personal best.
I don't like sand. It gets in places, and it makes doing things not fun.
Touch the thing every now and then. All right.
Sorry.
Whoopee.
Thank you. All right.
Sorry. Hit the wrong button.
I want to get Zach in Heber Springs in here real fast. Hi, Zach. Other Zach.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How do you spell your name?
My name?
Yeah. It's important.
Z-A-C.
ZAC. Okay.
That's a tough
That's
one.
different for you. Okay.
That's a tough one.
Okay.
Go on.
I just had a couple of questions about, I know that if I called the real Arkansas talk show that you guys would probably know the skinny on the deal. Was Jarius Wright and Joe Adams really turned away at the locker room?
You see, I don't know if anyone asked Sam about this today, so I don't know. I know that about the post. I've seen the post, so I don't know what happened there. But
the assertion is that somebody did, not necessarily Pittman, but somebody. They were not allowed to access a place that they wanted to go.
Right.
From what I read, that Coach Petrino, Coach Goat, actually wanted to see them, and I mean, I would think that they would be welcome in there. And I'm just wondering how far are we away from, Coach Goat just going in there at halftime with a bat and hitting that jukebox and telling we're not turning that thing on until we play like turning it on. And tell Sam Pittman he can go sit on the Lake Hamilton drinking old cold beer.
Yeah, it's just one more thing. When you have a coach that's not very good, and they have a coach who's not very good, it's always something. When good teams have this stuff doesn't happen when you have a good program.
I would like more information on this before we pass, because it just doesn't seem plausible that Sam Pittman's going to hear, hey, Jarius Wright and who is Joe Adams are at the door. They want to come in, and he goes, no. That just doesn't. I could be wrong, but that just doesn't seem plausible. Keeping former players out. Now, Rakeem Boyd took to Twitter yesterday to sort of go, see, I told you. And, okay, maybe there's something there. I don't know. But Petrino could have stepped outside the locker room and saw the players. Maybe something was going on. I'd like to hear the other side of it before I pass judgment.
Yeah, I don't know why Petrino would be in the locker room following a game. Like, generally, the coaches aren't hanging out in there. They're, doing whatever they do after the game. Grab a bite, visit with some people. I don't know what the coaches do. So I don't know. I mean, and it may very well be true. I don't know. But I don't know if he talked about this today or not. I didn't see.
Yeah, I didn't see anything.
But you know what? If you're ranked and you're 3-0, stuff like this doesn't happen.
Well, you win 59-0. It's a party. Now Hutch, I read the thing that Hutch put out on it, and I mean, if it's true, it's a terrible look, especially for former players not to be granted access. But I'd like to give him the benefit of the doubt before we drag him through the mud on it, because I would like to hear his side of it. He may not have even known. That doesn't sound like something that the head coach would be involved in.
But here's why I am inclined to believe it. Because it's consistent with a pattern of behavior by Razorback athletics, particularly in football, ever since Sam got here, which is shut everybody out and we stay in here. It's the Kirby Smart, it's the Saban method. We don't let anybody in. So it is consistent with a pattern of behavior by the football program, but I don't know if that's what happened or what happened there, or what if there's a miscommunication or something. I don't know what it was.
These are the kind of things that sink programs where you get infighting. It's what tore their locker room apart last year and the year before, and it brought them to a point where maybe they feel they have to close the doors. I would like to hear him at least address it. Now, it's not going to happen Wednesday. That question's not coming up. So maybe in one of their immediate availabilities, maybe it comes up on the teleconference. I think that's tomorrow.
It's Wednesday
Is
morning
it Wednesday
also,
morning?
yeah.
Okay. Maybe it comes up then. I do think it's something that needs to at least be explored.
Yeah, I would like to know what happened there, but I don't. What I read is consistent with a pattern of behavior for the last several years of isolationism by Razorback athletics. I mean, if their favorite year was 2020 when they didn't have to let a lot of you fans in the stadium. That was their favorite year. There's no doubt about that. Every time I go to something there, and I'm just talking as a fan. I'm not talking, trying to, go visit a coach or anything like that. You just feel like you're such an inconvenience as a customer. You don't feel like a guest.
Well, isolating fans and isolating former players are two totally separate worlds. I mean, Calipari has been welcoming back any player that he knew at some point during his life has wandered onto this campus and into the BPC. I'm sure that Dave Van Horn, if Benintendi wants to come back, he's going to be welcomed back.
Well, I know one former player that comes back a lot over there.
Okay. This doesn't jive with just basic protocol. But I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying it
doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make a lot of sense. No, I don't know of any school that's like, our former players are not welcome here.
Take Sam out of the equation. Like, how does it ever make sense, even if you didn't coach the guy, to not have great players come back and be around? Like, on the off chance that someone who is there visiting recognizes one of them and goes, "Oh my God, that's Joe Adams." Like, what if that had occurred? I mean, and it impresses somebody, but they just, God, their biggest rival is themselves.
Sure.
It's just one thing after another. And then the AD goes down to Little Rock today and is doing a stand-up set on how awful NIL is. And the thing about the NIL thing, and I'm sure as more people see this tonight and through the day tomorrow, we'll have more to talk about with this little escapade tomorrow on the show. But I'm thinking about something that, like, if you're a coach and you recruit and you work for Arkansas, how do you go in a living room and defend that? Like, I've heard this many times doing this job, when someone will pull me aside and say, "Hey, you can't, I can't defend you when you say that." I'm like, "Okay, I understand. I put you in a bad spot." Like, he puts his coaches in an impossible spot, all of them, with this kind of rhetoric today that he was talking to with the crowd. Like, if you're a coach, you're in someone's living room and, well, they like this and you guys hate NIL. Like, how do you defend that on the road? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you
put your coaches in an awful spot. I think.
Yeah, there's so many different messages. The thing that they lack is consistent messaging, and that starts at the top of the athletic department. Look, he has the ability to say, "This is what we're saying. This is how we're saying it. This is the only thing we're saying it." But when your AD goes off script and does a poorly timed 5-minute set at the touchdown club, that's tough to battle. I'll tell you the other thing. I don't know Jarius Wright or Joe Adams. Never met either one of them. But those are guys that played in the league. These are your best recruiting resources. And to shut them out at the request of the head coach doesn't make a lot of sense to me. This sounds like a middle manager got in the way.
Maybe like a director of some sort of operation somewhere.
Somebody got in the way.
Someone in the front office.
Now, I can tell you that what probably happened is that Jarius and Joe were down near the locker room. They had their sideline credentials, and somebody said, you can't go in there. They send off a text, and I've seen this happen before. You send off a text, and it gets bogged down in the communication. Something like that. I very seriously doubt that Sam would go, no. 2 former NFL guys? No.
No, this reeks of someone in the front office.
Yes, this is middle manager stuff.
That's what I think. But, I mean, even then, it's not great. Like, it still shouldn't happen.
No, and the fact that Jerry has felt strong enough to, have someone sort of mention it tells you how upsetting it was to him. It's not a great look. Jay Wright played in the NFL. That is a dude that you can go to if you need help.
And remember, when those guys played in college, you didn't get a dime. You got nothing.
No.
And the school made all the money. And, so it was really a bad
and if deal. Petrino wanted to see him, Petrino could have made the effort to go down and meet them in a neutral play. That part could have happened. That has nothing to do with the event where they got refused from going in. And I don't know what was happening in the locker room at the time. There's a lot of variables. I would just like to get this. I would like to know exactly what happened before we because we're way too quick to rush to judgment.
Maybe Petrino wasn't taking visitors on the heels of a game where his quarterback completed 40-some-odd% of his passes.
Yeah,
maybe that's what it was.
Here you go. Out of the 479, it reeks of someone filling out a job application. I mean, yeah.
Lane in Cave City's up next year. Your drive home's powered by Mr. Sparky. Hi, Lane.
Hey, guys. I just wanted to throw my 2 cents in on the coaching deal. Right now, I think if Sam Pittman stubbed his toe, everybody's going to complain about it because they just want him gone. And I'll be honest with you, where I'm at, I'm not real sure. I ain't saying Sam Pittman is the answer. I ain't saying we're going to win a lot of games under Sam. But when has that university proven that if they fire Sam Pittman, that they're going to get anybody with any more quality than him? I mean, we can go back through history, and we ain't been that good at hiring coaches.
Well, let me give you this. Who's the last guy that the athletic department hired?
Calipari?
John Calipari. It's a new day in the hiring process. With money and with backing and with a bunch of people who have way too much money or more money than sense, you may be in a different era. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is to that. But the last hire we feel like is going to go pretty well.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for taking my call and love the show.
Thank you, Lane. Good to hear from you there.
Cave City Cavemen.
Home of the cavemen and
I feel
cave
like Randy
women.
when I do that.
Well, you got to yell it louder than that.
Well,
that's
so
what you
he
have to
can hear it.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. Do we have time? Can we do this? We have time?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Right,
DQ's got the check marks ready to go here from the college football weekend, and we'll await Zach's protest on the other side. DQ?
Okay. I'm going to start out with Green today.
Starting positive.
Green, like last week, is going to go to a coach I've never heard of.
Okay.
Jason Candle from Toledo.
Oh, the Rockets.
Down and whooped up on Mississippi State, did he?
I feel a little bad for Jeff Levy.
Why?
Because there might be a chance he gets fired.
He's Art Briles' son-in-law. There's no reason to feel good for him.
Anything?
Well,
He's at Oklahoma.
Still.
He's never coached before, and he's going to get fired after only being there for a year. And then this is going to be 2 years in a row they've fired someone after just a year. That's going to go crazy.
Yeah.
So he's going to get my green.
Okay.
My next one is my yellow, which is going to go to Josh Heupel of Tennessee. 71-0 isn't as impressive as the 65-0 it was in the half. And then somehow they didn't score again.
And he perpetrated an onside kick up 30-0.
I love it.
I saw that on SEC Shorts today. I didn't know that.
You don't like it? Stop it.
That's
simple answer.
That's crazy. But why did they stop scoring touchdowns then? They obviously did not feel bad.
Also, Toledo refused the shortened quarters. Like, no, we won all 60.
We're gonna play.
Or not Toledo, Kent State.
My team's on the field.
Kent State refused the shortened quarters.
I just
like,
don't
nope,
understand.
we're playing 60.
I just don't understand why they stopped. They only kicked 2 field goals in the second half. Like,
I wanted him to go.
Keep going.
I wanted him to go for 100.
They were on track to go 100.
They were pulling people out of the stands.
Yeah, they were on pace for 130. I was thinking,
on pace guy.
Yeah, that's right.
Why at halftime did they feel bad?
Yeah.
Okay. And my red is going to go to Kirby Smart.
Mm.
He won his game, but in a horrible fashion.
What an
1
ugly football
point
game.
DQ, that's
Kentucky?
an SEC football team. The SEC is elite when it
Kentucky
comes
didn't
to
even score a touchdown, and they were only 1 point away.
Nope. That is an SEC football team. It's as good as a pro team. Georgia beat a pro team today. Yes, they did. 13-12 in Lexington.
They're supposed to be the best.
Yes, the league is the best. I agree
Georgia
with you.
is supposed to be the best,
But
and because
Kentucky's
of this,
too.
they got put down to number 2, and Texas replaced them.
Yes.
There's nothing worse than a home team looking for an upset, and they do it in a unentertaining
The
game.
fact that they almost upset them.
Like South Carolina and LSU, that was fun to watch. That was entertaining. This was just horrible. This was a horrible
I would have
viewing
honestly,
experience.
if somehow Kentucky would have won, I would have given Mark Stoops the green.
Oh, look at that.
For not scoring once and still beating Georgia.
Kentucky was committed to the bit, though, the entire game. The bit was, we're going to gum this up as much as we can, and maybe we'll have a chance at the end. And they did. It almost worked.
We all know an SEC loss is better than beating another conference.
It's better than a Big 12 win.
Oh, absolutely it is.
Better than a Pac-2 win.
They are. Yep, there's Ryan and Prairie Grove. Shillbilly. Shillbillies love the SEC talk.
See, when that guy earlier called, thanks DQ for the check marks.
Yeah,
that
I'll
guy
have a rebuttal shortly.
When Jared called, I just wanted to chime in and go, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. I wanted to do that so bad,
we're not allowed
but
to-
I didn't do it.
Not allowed to
I
do
didn't
that.
do it because
Not
I'm
allowed to do
I
it.
didn't want to get the memo. I didn't want to do that. All right, drive home powered by Mr. Sparky here on Ruscin and Zach. We'll be right back soon. Stay where you are.
It's Monday, September 16th. I'm Brennan Evans. This is your 4029 News, live, local, late-breaking update. A Greenwood City Councilman was arrested over the weekend accused of driving under the influence. Our Brett Rains tells us why the councilman says he will fight the charges and has no plans to step down from the council or from his position as a high school football broadcaster. More info on that story is available right now on our free mobile app and at 4029tv.com. In other news, a Fayetteville man is behind bars charged with murdering his father with a shotgun. Jacob Murphy explains what we learned so far. Sky gazers are gearing up for tomorrow's lunar eclipse. NASA says it will peak at 9:44 p.m. Find out if the clouds will clear enough for everyone to enjoy it, what the rest of the week looks like in your Get Ready Weather forecast. And in sports, the Gridiron Hogs are turning the page on an ugly win against UAB over the weekend with their first SEC road test of the season up next as they travel to take on Auburn this Saturday. I'm Brennan Evans. Join me tonight on 4029 News.
Needing an electrician? Call the pros at Mr. Sparky. All of our certified electricians provide 5-star electrical work. If you have problems with an outlet, blown fuse, ceiling fan, need a panel replacement, or even a safety check, we've got you covered. Day or night, 24/7. And all of our work is 100% guaranteed. You can trust your electrical work with Mr. Sparky.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Did you know that almost 80% of all advertising is spent on digital? This is Dale Daniels, Digital Sales Manager for ESPN Arkansas. And due to the growth in digital advertising, we have the opportunity for the right person to join our team. Digital and radio advertising go hand in hand, and we're looking for someone to help businesses grow with this powerful combination. If you have experience in broadcast and digital marketing or business development, we want to hear from you. Email your resume to sales@hitthatline.com. Pearson Broadcasting is an equal opportunity employer.
Vici Aesthetics and Wellness can get you on the track to kickstart your weight loss journey with semaglutide or tirzepatide. They offer a detailed program to all of Arkansas, Missouri, and Oklahoma with in-office or telemedicine visits available. Mention this ad on ESPN and get 10% off your first package. Get started on the #1 prescription choice by medical providers for safe and effective weight loss while also reducing cardiovascular risk factors. Call or text Vici Aesthetics and Wellness today at 479-343-8424. 479-343-8424.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted Best Garage Door Company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
Walk-Ons is always a win, whether it's for a post-game celebration, drinks with the crew, or an easy weeknight dinner. Walk-Ons has you covered. Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers and cocktails. Dig into their mouth-watering menu items like po' boys, gumbo, and voodoo shrimp, plus fan favorites like juicy burgers and fresh salads. Find your nearest location in Rogers, Fayetteville, Fort Smith, Conway, and Little Rock, or order online or in the app. Walk-On Sports Bistro for the win.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe insurance should adjust to fit your needs. We work to design an insurance plan that's particular to you. Insurance that fits just right. And Shelter Insurance ranked #1 in customer satisfaction among auto insurers in the Central Region 5 out of the last 6 years by J.D. Power. Satisfied customers and a plan for you. Ready to check us out? For J.D. Power award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Call Kelly Earwood in Rogers and Derek Wardlow in Rogers.
Who can you trust to sell your home for the most money with the least amount of drama? You need a team of agents with decades of experience, commitment, and of course, tens of thousands in marketing. I'm talking about the Limbird team. Tara Limbird, Limbird Real Estate Group, has sold over $1 billion in real estate. Tara's team can give you a cash offer in 72 hours, or use Tara's high-octane marketing to sell your home quite possibly for thousands over asking. Find out more at LimbIrdTeam.com. LIMBIRD.
KAKS Goshen Fayetteville, K237GR Johnson. This is ESPN Northwest Arkansas. Covering the Razorbacks like no one else.
The one thing that the coaches and the people who are opponents to talk radio are totally right about is it is by nature a negative process. Losing is better than winning.
Derek Ruscin.
I want to talk to the idiot who put that moron on the air.
Zach Arns.
I think this building should be condemned. There's serious metal fatigue in all the load-bearing members. The wiring is substandard. It's completely inadequate for our power needs. And the neighborhood is like a demilitarized zone.
With DQ.
Kelsey finds a blank space for the score.
Like it or not, another hour of Ruskin and Zach starts right now.
You're a bum.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Cadillac.
Yeah, Cadillac is woo. Man had a birthday last week and he is letting it all hang out.
The secret
is that
is
fair?
yoga.
Yeah, he said I heard, somebody told me that the other day.
Wow.
Yoga's the trick. I didn't know that.
How about that? Oh. FedEx guy says right after our poorly played game, I wouldn't let anyone in the locker room either. Oh, all right. Whatever. This does not concern me, honestly. I just don't. I just wish they would play well in front of their fans for the first time in like 4 years. That's all 3 years. That's all I'm asking for. Apparently, that's too much to ask. It's too much to ask them to blow out a team they're favored by 3 touchdowns again. That's
three touchdowns in a field goal.
That's a bridge too far. Your drive home here on Ruskin and Zach is powered by Mr. Sparky.
Need a licensed electrician to service your home? Give us a jingle. Or just use this one.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
For local pros, call Mr. Sparky.
So can you go to the glove compartment? Can you bring your Sasquatch butt on back here, all right? I got a hot head.
On DQ, that's White Man Can't Jump.
That's right. Oh. Joe in Conway is up next year on Ruskin and Zach. Hi, Joe.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we got you.
Radio Graffiti.
Hey, I want to say something that Derek said earlier, and I live in Conway and coming home I've been listening to y'all for years and years. Went to school up there, went to law school, met my wife there. She did too. And what Derek said about it's an inconvenience for the fans, he's exactly right. That's what makes people mad. I mean, the way you're treated anymore when you go up there, that's what makes people upset. So, used to, I went to games for years. You felt like you were welcome to come. But now, you pay 4 times what something's worth at the concession stand. It's not the same feel as it used to be. And then they want you to drop hundreds of dollars to go up there anymore. And then if you complain, you're shut out. So, anyway, I think Derek's exactly right. That's all I wanted to say.
Well, and listen, everything's going to be more expensive. It's entrapment because it's like the airport. Where else are you going to go? Like you have to buy soda here because you're here. I understand all that, but here's my thing here's the biggest thing to me. Like if you're working the event, smile. Would it kill you to smile? We're glad you're here. Do you need anything? Do you need any help finding this or that? I go to events at different venues, which is why this is so like front of mind to me, because I go to different places, and it's amazing how helpful people are at other events. Whether it be you go into the Walton Arts Center, the volunteers there are the best. They're so nice, and they give you the thing, and they help you out, whatever. And you go to a game over here, you go to any stadium, smile. So, like you're happy to see the fans.
But they're not.
But not like you're annoyed to see the fans.
They are.
The prices are always going to be out of it. But just would someone working the event smile at the customers every now and then? Or if someone's here's one, it really happened. People were it was after a game, and someone I know was like waiting on somebody in the in an area, and they're like throwing them out, like you got to leave. Like, well, oh, I know what it was. No. They're watching the end of another college football game on the TV.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, no, you got to leave. He's like, well, there's 30 seconds left. No, you got to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Like, these are the microaggressions that have all added up to the fact where you're never going to get 10,000 households to donate $100 a month to your NIL because you've treated people like crap for 15 years, it seems.
I think, and this is, I don't spend money on college athletics anymore. It feels like it's deception everywhere you go. It's sleight of hand. It's not $100 a month. It's $1,200 a year, and it's renewable over. Then it's $2,400 or you've spent, and on and on and on and on. It's not $100 a month. It's $1,200 a year. For family of 4, that's Christmas, and there's no like we were talking about earlier. You pay $120 a month for your electric bill. Well, they give me electricity. No. You pay them $100. What do you get? Nothing. You get a koozie and a hoodie. There's no return on that. Then you go to the venue, and you are treated. I don't want to say hostile.
Cattle.
You're a number. You're just a number to them, and that especially in the 2 major sports, men's basketball and football, you are just a number. You are a means to an end. That's sort of I guess and. They're the biggest celebrities in our state, whether it's Juracek or the football players or the basketball players. They're the biggest celebrities in our state. Agreed?
Yeah.
And they treat us as such, that there is a gap between them and you. You are to fund their lifestyle with just give us your money. It's like the government. Just give us your money.
But you know who gets it? Baseball gets it. Because after every game, win or lose, those players come out there and they're greeting fans and they're, signing stuff, taking pictures with kids. They get it. And I think some of the other non-revenue sports, if we looked into it, they're probably doing the same thing. But, man, there is just this unearned arrogance about football right now that is just, it's toxic. And, I mean, it's all these different things, are symptoms of the same disease. But, my God, if you're at the venue and, you're the fans, just smile. Just smile at the people. And some of them probably are good, because there's a lot of people that work these events. So some of them are probably, happy to see people. But man, the ones that I've seen, they liked the COVID year when the stadium was a third full. It was great.
Well, as long as you sent your money in. But I mean, Oklahoma was having problems. Their student section was empty this weekend, and they had a home game. And they got Tennessee coming in, game day, and all of that sort of stuff. I almost compare it to NASCAR a little bit. Remember NASCAR hit its zenith in the early 2000s?
Mm-hmm.
Like NASCAR was everywhere. Well, guess what? College football is everywhere, and there will be a college football fatigue that begins to set in because we're overexposed to it. And then what do you do? The fact that Yurachek was talking about the University of Mississippi and their 5,000 members of their collective, and Arkansas has only got 1,000. Well, yeah, people choose to eat and pay their bills. They don't want to give it to you.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, we can't always rely on the Waltons and the Hunts and this. Well, guess what, pal? You're going to have to, because the people. Speaking from personal experience, gave up my stuff because I want to eat. I want to be able to pay my bills. College football has gotten as expensive as professional football has. I don't know it's money. Money is not a topic I like to discuss a ton because there's no winner whatsoever. But you're 1,000% right. The experience could be better. Now they will give you the experience of, we got Hogtown and we got this and that. It's not that. It's the one-to-one. It's the one-to-one interactions with members of your staff, which suck.
Yeah. But I mean, when you've got when you've got someone who went to that school and is like a successful business person now, and like they're trying to watch the final 15 seconds of a football game, you're going to throw them out of the stadium. I mean, that's stupid. That is bad customer relations in any environment. That's bad. Yeah. That should not happen. But it happens all the time. Stuff like that happens all the time. It happens all the time.
I do think we're hitting I'm going to be curious at the end of this year to see what the TV numbers look like. Were we all excited in August and September, and then all of a sudden it waned a little bit and then picks back up? Or are we consistent all the way through? That to me is going to be really, really interesting, because I can tell you by 8 o'clock Saturday night, I was done. I didn't want to see a football in the air for the rest of the weekend. It was just, I was fatigued. I had football fatigue, and I went and did other stuff.
Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Frank is on the phone in Siloam Springs. Hi, Frank.
Yeah. You were talking about the people working the games and stuff. I worked it for a couple of years a while back with my son, and we were attendants upstairs in some of the booth areas up in the top, where the big money is. And the people up there treated you nice, and you try to be nice to them and stuff. But I'll tell you what, the people that run the show, they don't treat the people that they're hiring. I forget the name of the company, but you like you said, you just feel like a piece of meat, cattle, and nobody really talked to you. They just talk at you. They didn't treat you like an employee. They kind of acted like you were a burden. So, it kind of trickled down effect.
Yeah. Yeah. That's that makes sense.
Yeah. And plus, I don't expect to make $1 million doing that stuff, but shoot, I would drive in from Siloam Springs and work the games, and what I made barely even covered my fuel costs. So, they get what they pay for. That's what the bottom line is. You get what you pay for.
Yeah. Yes. And as I thank you, Frank, for the phone call. And as I like to bring up, in these situations where services like this are bid out, remember, for the university, the lowest bid wins. So you got to think about that also. And didn't they change to a different service a year, like this year or 2 years ago? I don't know, but it seems like, I haven't gone to a game yet this year, but last year, it's very much the cattle call experience.
Yeah.
And I'm fortunate enough to get to sit in an area where it's like not, I'm not in a skybox, but I'm not in 504 either. And still, it feels like you're a burden, even though people paid a lot of money for those seats.
And
a lot of money.
And it starts at the top. It absolutely starts at the top. It feels like every time I hear Yurachek speak, it's about money. It's just this constant drumbeat. It's never anything other than that. And, I understand. They're under the gun. They've got to get this thing done somehow. But
yeah, here's Here's someone who brings a coach or a coach that brings his team to women's basketball games and talks about how great they are. And I mean, there are programs that understand it, but
first of all, the coaches and the players are not the problem.
Right.
Most of the time, and 95% of the time, if you have a one-on-one with a coach or a player, it's going to be a decent interaction. You're not going to have that problem. It's the administration part of it that makes you feel as though, you know what? It'd be great if you came in, put your ticket through the scanner so we can count you and then leave. That's what we'd really like for you to do.
Right. Yeah. This is your drive home on Ruscin and Zach, powered by Mr. Sparky, 866-285-4005.
Apparently they're asking for tips at the concession stand now.
Is that true?
Oh,
that can't be true.
That's what we're getting.
I think that's true.
Really? What do you tip at a concession stand?
Don't.
Well, I
Where the
think-
food was carried from
So-
1 foot away to the counter.
You do not.
So I think now, I think the tips go directly to the whatever group is working. the
I
concession.
see. All right.
But I
That
think
makes
it
sense.
used to be where they paid the stadium or whatever paid the groups to come work. Now they don't. They only do tips. From what I understand from someone someone told me when I was at a concession stand.
Tammy in Greenwood's texting, and I think this is actually this is the experience a lot of us have had through the years. Had season tickets for years. I'm quoting her here. Used to set up a tailgate and a lot across from the baseball stadium. A lot was full of tailgaters. Went to a game last year, and everything is now pay to park. By the time we found a spot, got to the game, found seats, overpaid for food. It was such a hassle. Haven't been back.
Yeah.
I mean, at every turn, their hand is out.
Yeah, and it's like I don't. How did we get on this? By the way,
DQ. How did this
How
happen?
did we get here?
Check the transcript.
Was it Jared's call an hour ago? What?
I don't know.
I don't remember. But we talked about the stadium experience now is what we're talking about here, and it is a convenient distraction from the fact that they played fine against UAB. They didn't play great. They didn't cover at home again. They are now since 2021 they're 6-11 at home against the spread. 8-2 on the road as a road dog. 6-11, by the way, at home against the spread as a home favorite, I should point out. So you had that going on. So you can tip, but it goes to the whoever's raising the money
They said
there.
it goes directly to.
Okay, well that makes
except
sense.
it's all credit card, so it's being taxed. So.
Oh yeah, it's America. It's all being taxed.
Everything's taxed. This is why I stay home.
That's right.
Nobody
It's all being
taxes.
taxed.
Nobody taxes me on the way to the kitchen.
Yeah. Yeah, here's a text. Sorry, can't tip on my $9.50 beer and $5 water.
I just did. I just tipped you by paying $5 over what it's really worth.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just their biggest rival is themselves.
Yeah.
It really is.
And I'm telling you, there's going to come a point at which the fatigue through all of this, and people start looking at their bank accounts going, I don't want to spend $800 to go watch a game. That's in addition to the tickets I've already paid for.
Yeah.
People don't want to do that anymore.
No. I don't know. But if it's a big game, people will show up and fill the stand still and all that stuff. And then we'll hear more.
What was the announced
stories
attendance
like
on
this.
Saturday? Was it 72? Is that what I saw?
Hold on. I got it right here. Let me look at it here. 75,021.
That's tickets sold, right?
75021.
Yeah.
That's what it
DQ,
was.
can you do that in your bingo voice? 75021.
Yeah, about that. Oh, wow. Let's see here. Graham is suggesting that now they have Daryl the bocce ball to inspire.
Is that true?
I don't know. That doesn't sound right. Yeah. Blake does not have season tickets, and now he's idle rich. That's what he said.
Here's somebody that spent $800 on glass seat NHL tickets and had a 10 times better experience than he has at any Razorback football game. That's why he didn't renew his season ticket.
Well, that's the thing that, like, some people only go to their events. So that's all they know. But if you go to other things, like, you're kind of surprised how different it is. You're like, oh, when someone is like even the security people are like smiling. And like, here's the thing that, and I'm terrible at this, obviously, but I learned this a while ago. Like, you go to one of these places where you don't want to, where people don't want to be, like, airport security, post office, these places where generally, if you just smile at the person, like, it's not going to be the most unpleasant thing in the world. You know, it's amazing how much of a difference it makes. Again, I'm terrible at it, but I mean, I've observed that.
You're one of the worst. But
I've observed that.
A smile and a welcome to Razorback Stadium wouldn't kill you.
Right. Yeah.
Instead, it's like the last time, I think the last event that I went to on campus was a women's basketball game, and I was waiting for neighbors afterwards because he told me to come out and talk to me, and I have my daughter with me. And I've got landmark security grabbing me by the arm, telling me it's time to go. We're like 20 minutes after the game, and I'm like, no. Nabes finally came out, but I mean, that if I didn't know what to do in that situation, I can completely understand if that happened to somebody else, first time in the building or something like that. They just don't. They have no respect for the people, the paying customer. Zero. And I worked at Arvest at Arvest Ballpark all summer. Totally different experience with the people who work there. Totally different. Happy to see you, and really want you to have a good time. They make sure you have a good time.
Right. Yeah. And most sports venues that I've been to are that way.
Oh,
you know,
Kenny and Elkins is texting. Now he went to the game on Saturday.
He did. Yes.
$67 for 2 sandwiches and an order of barbecue nachos at the barbecue place in the South End Zone Concourse. That's absurd.
What are you going to do?
For a meal that probably costs you $28 in a restaurant. So they all, I mean, double, triple.
And probably cost you, $5 to make at cost.
Exactly.
Or something like that, right?
Just crazy.
I guess so. Here's someone who has a pleasant experience with the people every week. Well, you sit in one of the good sections then.
Right.
Again, I don't think they're all this way, but just the ones I've been to. And again, I'm not sitting in 504, but I'm not in a skybox either. So, I'm surprised how curt, I guess, everyone is in the up there. Nobody smiles. Like nobody wants to, it's like no one wants to be there. They'd rather be doing something else. And I guess you're working on a Saturday and maybe they're not paying all that much or whatever. So that makes sense, but I don't know. And I hate to be negative about this. But what is it now, like 90 minutes before the game?
Yeah,
or an hour?
Like something like
I used to love to get to the game really early and you can see all the warm-up and all that stuff. I know there's probably, security reasons they can't do that anymore. I don't know, but I mean, you have to think about this. Okay, you have in that crowd some people who go all the time. You also have people in that crowd who never go. And maybe they just want to walk around and see the stadium for a while, or Bud Walton or whatever it is. Like they may have never been, they may never get to go again. And they don't. That's something that was when Bud Walton opened in '93. Zach, we had a couple tickets, and they opened it 2 hours before because people just wanted to see.
They just want to walk in the building.
They wanted to see it.
They also had to let us ruffians, the students, in.
Well, that's also true. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, but they asked Kenny for a tip on his $67 meal. I hope you said no.
Well, it was going to a worthy cause.
Ryan points out that if he'd gotten a Pepsi, it would have been $85.
Okay. All right. I don't know how we got on this whole
I don't either.
But,
I don't know.
Here we are. I don't know. They got to throw the ball better, and defense is averaging 10 missed tackles a game.
That's a problem.
Not good.
That's a problem.
And what's with ripping all the face masks? Talk about an undisciplined mess here. You can't do that stuff.
Some of that's happenstance. So, I mean, it can happen every now and then, but it's happening more than it should. And I don't know what the circumstances are. I'm certain they weren't coached to do that. So that's something that certainly, hey fellas, let's keep the hands down a little bit. Let's not grab up around the head. It's dangerous. The young man from UAB was lucky. I mean, he got his neck. I mean, he got turned around. So he's lucky. I read that he was back. He went home on the plane with them. So
yeah, that's good.
So everything went okay there. But wow.
Yeah. Like it's just like I don't know. There's a lot of things that got to happen here. And what I have to wonder now as they get ready for their first SEC game is what? It all started when with the Joe Wright, Jerry's Wright, Joe Adams thing. Yeah, that's how it started from. Yeah, that's where it began. Thank you, Texter, for that. But what I was saying, like, it's all like this weekend we're going to start to learn the we're going to start to learn more of the truth of where this program actually is, because like you can say, hey, we can't play like that or we're going to lose. That's one thing. But do you actually do anything about it, or do you keep playing like that? That's what we're going to find out.
Well, yeah,
moving forward.
Yeah, and in talking with some of my Razorback fan friends, the thing that kept getting quoted to me was, well, we hung with Oklahoma State. Okay, you're basing what your feelings or your opinion on this team on a loss. Your best win is UAB, a team that got housed by Louisiana Monroe the week before 32-6. We're going to know a lot more. Sunday morning at 1 a.m. We'll know a whole lot about this football team, whether or not this is a 4-win team or better. We'll know a ton, because Auburn's got enough athletes to make it really competitive. If you're not locked in, who knows? But I expect them to play better. It's a road game.
See, that has been expected as normal, but that couldn't be any further from normal. To be better away from home than at home, but that's how they are.
Yeah,
it's unexcusable. It's inexcusable.
But they take their cues from the top. He's not a motivator.
I know.
He's not a motivator. He's an offensive line coach. He's on a buddy system.
It's all true. Right.
He's not a motivator. Houston Nutt would get them just roaring to go. They'd break out of the tunnel. They'd play well. They may play above their pay grade for a while. He's not a motivator.
Houston Nutt made it feel like running through that A was like there are like two things that are great. Like going to heaven was one, and then running through the A was two.
That was 1A.
He made it feel like it was like the next closest thing to getting to go through the pearly gates. He'd get everybody just buzzing for that. I mean, this is not that in terms of the pep talk and whatever it is. So I don't know. It's crazy. Anyway, that's but you're right. I mean, he's not a rah-rah guy.
No, he's not. And some coaches aren't.
No.
But you've got to get. You got to get them going before that. Before they head out of the tunnel, because this has been rough.
Yeah. Let's see here. What does this say? Here's a text from Harrison. Intentional face mask is 7 points for the other team.
Oh, we're changing the rules. Okay.
That'd be interesting. What does this say? I'm reading text here as we go along here, and Tim, formerly in Palm Beach. So let's see here. When they're out of position to make the actual tackle, bad stuff happens. That's usually how it is. Oh, we've also gotten plenty of texts today about. No, here's one. Too much sports and stadium talk. Let's talk about something else.
Okay, like what?
But it's Monday during a football season. This is when we make our nut. All right, I mean, come on. This is what we got to do here. I mean, this is it.
Tomorrow, there's not much going on tomorrow. We got plenty of time to talk about, road signs and things.
Yeah, I don't know. I just we were talking about this. DQ mentioned what do you call it? Well, let me get Robert in here real fast. Robert in Fort Smith. Hi, Robert.
Hey, guys, you've been talking about the stadium stuff, but I've been lucky enough to travel for a lot of years to Alabama, Georgia. It's so much nicer, though, when you can pull up to a math building or a science building and people are tailgating. And you're walking around campus, and, Zach, I've been to the Golden House. I've been to there, the tailgate. They had a bar on campus at your place that you would Notre Dame. It was awesome. But I feel like with the tailgate, I know it's across from the stadium, but it's just disconnected when you go to other schools. And like you said, when you see the other experience, it's just better. Hate it, but it is when you're on campus like that.
Yeah, we used to be able to do our pregame show from campus. And
you can't have a live broadcast on campus anymore.
IMG took over, and which is now Learfield, and they wanted $5,000 for the tent. And we told them to go pound sand. And that's exactly we haven't been on campus since.
You cannot do a live broadcast on campus anymore. That's prohibited.
Yeah.
So the buildup, at least from your local media, is tempered a little bit simply because we can't access it.
We used to set up there.
And they don't want us there.
You used to set up at Poultry Science, right there overlooking that hill where they have all that stuff going on there by the stadium. We'd set up there. We had a phone line there, and it was great. And then, IMG and then Learfield took over, and they're like, no, you can't do that anymore.
Nope.
We had a phone line hidden in a tree in Little Rock, so we could do the same thing at War Memorial Stadium. And then they put the kibosh on all that stuff. All right, the drive home is powered by Mr. Sparky here. We will come back with more very soon here on ESPN Arkansas. Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports betting app. And if you'd like to make a little wager on your favorite sporting event, Bet Saracen is right there on your phone. It's easy to get to. A big one tonight, Philadelphia and Atlanta.
Let's go Birds.
On Monday Night Football. And Bet Saracen's where you want to be for that. And all the football this season. And, Vegas odds, those are cool and all, but you have to be there to legally bet those odds. And Arkansas law prevents the big, gross national apps from operating in our state. So for the most accurate and up-to-date sports wagering info, you need to be on the Bet Saracen app. Just go to the App Store and download Bet Saracen, or go to betsaracen.com. App Store, Bet Saracen, or betsaracen.com. Eagles laying 4.5 tonight on the Bet Saracen app against Atlanta. That's tonight. Get in on the action on the Bet Saracen app.
We've become a lazy-ass media when it comes to college football at the national level.
ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
Hey, Hawk fans, this is Elizabeth.
This is Robert. And this is Matt, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
Folks, it's the most wonderful time of the year.
No, it's not Christmas yet.
No, Mom, he's referring to football season.
Oh, speaking of football, guess what we just got in?
Season tickets?
Sideline passes?
Well, close. We just started receiving the Nike sideline apparel like hats and polos.
Yeah, but did we get jerseys?
Yeah, we got both kinds, cardinal and white.
We also have youth and adult sizes.
That's great. People have been asking for that for quite some time now. Matt, by the way, I did some research, and there's no shot for going viral.
Oh, Lord. Mom, he's a goner.
Anyway, besides Nike, we also have Champion, Cutter & Buck, Tommy Bahama, and many other brands.
All at the largest Razorback store south of the North Pole, which is 989 South Razorback Road, next to Baum-Walker Stadium. Matt, you tell them all about them interweb-based brands.
He means the website, which is shoponrazorback.com.
Or give us a call at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs!
It's Ruscin and Zach.
Give me the hog truck.
If you're looking for the best Chicago-style pizza outside of the Windy City, you need to head to Cassano's. Every pizza is made from scratch with the freshest ingredients and served the way you want it. And while you enjoy that perfect slice, catch all the games. Cassano's is your premier sports bar with lots of TVs showing all your favorite teams. Your place for the best pizza, coldest drinks, friendliest service, local events, and entertainment. It's Cassano's Chicago-style pizza.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and Yelp and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Buckle up. Brunch is now being served at your local lodge. Wake up with the scratch favorites you love and classic brunch drinks that won't break the bank. Only at Twin Peaks in Rogers.
Thomas Rhett, Better in Boots Tour 2025.
What's someone
June 5th, Walmart Amp in Northwest Arkansas. International country music superstar Thomas Rhett. Don't miss the tour of the summer with Tucker Wetmore.
I'm gonna wind up missing you.
And the Castellos. On sale Friday at 10 a.m. at amptickets.com. Thomas Rhett's new album, About a Woman, out now.
Hey, Coach, what's up?
I'm worried there, DQ. I'm at the old owner of my house, and they still had a key to my house. That made me think, how many keys are out there? What should I do?
I know who you need to call. Pop-A-Lock. They do more than just unlock cars. They can rekey your home or even install new locks, giving you peace of mind that only you have keys to your home.
Thanks, DQ. That sounds great. Call Pop-A-Lock today, 479-444-9900, for the key moments in your life.
That's right, Coach.
Needing an electrician? Call the pros at Mr. Sparky. All of our certified electricians provide 5-star electrical work. If you have problems with an outlet, blown fuse, ceiling fan, need a panel replacement, or even a safety check, we've got you covered. Day or night, 24/7. And all of our work is 100% guaranteed. You can trust your electrical work with Mr. Sparky.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Precision Comfort Heating and Cooling. Make sure your heating and cooling systems are always running at their best. From expert maintenance to emergency repairs, replacements, and same-day service, their certified technicians keep you comfortable year-round. Right now, enjoy Precision Comfort Heating and Cooling Seasonal Tune-Up Special for just $69. Call 479-435-5039 today. That's 435-5039. Veterans, active military, and first responders get a 15% discount. Count on Precision Comfort Heating and Cooling.
What time is it, Northwest Arkansas? It's time you knew that since 1956, Swift Jewelry in beautiful downtown Fayetteville has been the go-to place for expert in-house watch repair and restoration. Whether you need a simple battery or crystal replacement, band adjustment, or your grandfather's old pocket watch ticking again, our expert watchmaker has decades of experience meticulously making sure your precious timepieces are running correctly. Come visit us in Fayetteville next to Hugo's. We're Swift Jewelry, your personal jeweler since 1956.
Hello, folks. I'm Chief Meteorologist R.B. Bobby. The 4029 Get Ready Weather forecast had a lot of cloud cover out there earlier today. A few sprinkles as we go throughout the night. That should start to gradually clear away. And wake up tomorrow morning, temperatures in the mid-60s. Could be a little bit of fog early on Tuesday morning. We get to Tuesday afternoon. We get some more sunshine. Call it partly cloudy skies with highs in the mid-80s. So a warmer day on Tuesday and even warmer as we go into Wednesday. Highs in the mid to upper 80s Wednesday and even hotter up to around 90 by Thursday. That's your Get Ready Weather only on 4029.
ESPN 99.5. Most influential show in Arkansas. This is Ruskin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
It smelled as expected. I just didn't know I was going that way.
On his morning gallivant. What day was it?
This was Saturday. I went to downtown Bentonville.
And he went north out of downtown Bentonville.
Yeah,
and
on the Greenway.
Walked by the sewer plant and said it smelled terrible.
I didn't know the sewer plant was on the Greenway.
What
I didn't know
did you expect it to smell like?
Well, I didn't know it was there. If I'd have known it was there, I may not have gone that
you
direction.
can't be seen in the vicinity of a sewer plant.
No, I just don't. It stinks.
As much damage as you've done to the sewer.
And then somebody around here got skunked Saturday night because I walked out of here at the after the post game and I'm like, somebody got skunked. I know it. I know it, but I don't know. It wasn't here. It doesn't smell that way anymore here, so that's good. You know, at the other place, they get skunks out of the building. That's a problem. That's a problem when that happens. But that doesn't happen here. We're on a slab, I think.
No. We're
this is on.
We're over a sinkhole.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a fun fact for you. The Greenway, when you go past Crystal Bridges, eventually you pass the sewer plant. So prepare accordingly if you're
So what you're
headed
telling
that
me,
way.
if I hear this correctly, is that the people in Benton County, despite their protests, their stuff stinks too.
Best I can tell. Yes.
Okay, good to know.
Best I can
See,
tell.
Benton County, you're just like the rest of us.
Yeah. I didn't know that. I didn't know it was right there. I didn't know that. Got to see all the construction they're doing there on Crystal Bridges. That's pretty cool. A lot of stuff
the
going on
county or the city flower up there is the road cone. I mean, it is impossible.
Got
to
a
drive
big old crane. And I started looking at this crane, And I'm looking at it, and I see the cab up there or whatever it's called. I'm like, how does the guy get up there? And then I'm looking closer and closer, and there's stairs.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, not doing that.
Yeah,
no. Stairs, no.
Well, now, if
No.
they're being creative,
If there was a lift, I'd go up there. But stairs, no.
Is it stairs or a ladder?
Even worse.
Yeah, ladder would be worse.
That's even worse.
But no,
No thanks.
The creative ones use they'll drop something down, guy hops on it, and he just they pick them straight up.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah. Right. Okay, that's all I got for you. Let's see here. DQ, you got the poll questions?
Yes.
Okay.
Your polls. Is the phrase "don't take this the wrong way" always taken the wrong way?
Yeah.
93% of people said yes. Are morticians the best makeup artists? 60. Yes.
Yes.
And who should get the loudest cheers? A dog catching a frisbee on a football field, or a football team playing on that same field?
how was the team playing?
Let's take Saturday, for example.
Oh, the dog. the dog all day long.
Oh boy.
The dog.
58% of people said the dog.
Now, if your team's winning and playing well, then we can have a discussion. But if Saturday is the bar, the dog.
Apparently, the cheers got really loud when the dog waited until the very last second to catch the frisbee.
Showboat.
There was a little,
building the drama.
Is he or won't he catch it? Yeah.
The dog is showboat.
Will he or won't he? Yes.
Yeah,
that's good.
I like that.
Those
Good.
are your polls. Go touch grass.
Thank you, DQ. Some group here has done a study on the most unhealthy fast food items.
Oh, good.
What did this happen here? There's a new analysis out on the most unhealthy menu items at various fast food chains. The unhealthiest cheeseburger is at apparently Five Guys, followed by Whataburger and Smash Burger. We don't have Smash Burger
we
here. Hey, how about this? The least unhealthy burger, Culver's. I love a Culver's burger, followed by McDonald's. Believe it or not.
No, that I believe.
Believe it or not. Look at that.
I absolutely 1,000% believe that.
Yeah. Their research says plushcare.com did this, whatever they are. The unhealthiest chicken sandwiches at Popeyes.
Hell yeah!
Popeyes also has the unhealthiest chicken nuggets, according to these people.
I think that would go hand in hand.
And the least healthy French fries are also at Five Guys. So congratulations to them.
Well done, Five. There goes the Five Guys money.
There went that account down the tube.
That's gone.
Yeah. Unhealthiest vanilla shake, Fat Burger, which we don't have around here, followed by Sonic, which we do have around. So that's their research here. Now, they found that McDonald's is the least unhealthy shake, but you can't get a shake at McDonald's because the machine's always broken. So how would we know? That's a
great point.
That's right.
It's a great point.
Yeah.
There's a Smash Burger in Bentonville, according to Gilligan.
That's right. There is. You're
Right by
about
the sewer plant.
That's right. Right by the lumber yard. I forgot about that. I've driven by there. I've
Keith
never
in
been
Bentonville, good point here. The unhealthiest menu items always taste the best.
Well, yeah, that's right.
Why they're so good.
Yeah, that's right. Let me see here. The here's something. Another piece of news that might be interesting to you because we may have talked about this. We may have not got to it, but there was some talk of a Goonies sequel. You remember Goonies, the Sean Astin vehicle back in the day?
Why?
Goonies Never Say Die or whatever.
Okay, Goonies wasn't that good to begin with.
Well, yeah.
And we're going to roll out Josh Brolin again?
Yeah.
Sean
Corey
Astin,
Feldman, all
Corey
of them.
Feldman.
Yeah. The British tabloids, I guess we're talking about this, but Corey Feldman has said recently that 100% no. I have no info on a sequel that is in the works. So there is no Goonies 2 coming up. Martha Plimpton, who played Steph, said there's no Goonies 2 script. No one attached. Spielberg's not directing. It's not real. And that's what's going on. Apparently, Sean Astin is trying to will this to happen, but not. There's no Goonies 2. I'm sorry.
This is what happens.
Yeah.
We're getting reports now that the Smash Burger in Bentonville is closed.
Oh, it is? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh.
Apparently, people upset with my dislike of Goonies. It was a fine film, but I think it's better in our memory than it was on the screen. I mean, it had John Matuzak in it. It can't be that good.
I didn't realize for a long time that pirate person was a man. You know who I'm talking about? With One-Eyed Willie? Like the guy?
Yeah, that was John Matuzak.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought that was a
Do you know
woman.
who John Matuzak is?
No.
Defensive end, Oakland Raiders. The Twos.
Matuzak.
Matuzak, I believe.
Yeah. No, he was One-Eyed Willie. I'm talking about the other guy.
Oh, okay. I don't know who the other guy is.
Who was the... Yeah. Yeah, what was that?
It was not a great movie. It was fine. It was an 80s. It was a very... DQ, you've seen Goonies, right?
Yeah, I don't like it that much.
See, if DQ doesn't like it, how can anyone like it? It was fine.
Mama Fratelli.
Yeah.
That was her
Well,
name.
she now the older woman on that was also on Throw Mama from the Train.
That's it. I thought Mama Fratelli was a man.
She was not.
Wow. I did not know that.
If I'm not mistaken, I think she was the principal in Kindergarten Cop. I think. I might be wrong on that, but I
the
think
woman's
she
name
was.
is Ann Ramsey, the actress.
I think she was.
She is in Throw Mama from the Train. That's right.
I think she was the. I'll find out.
Now, what was that called?
Kindergarten Cop.
Kindergarten Cop. It's not on her IMDb.
Okay. All right. I may have her confused with somebody else.
Not on her IMDb. But anyway,
Well,
she is in Throw Mama from the Train.
Yeah, it would be tough because Ann Ramsey died in 1988 and Kindergarten Cop came out in the early 90s.
That's right. Yeah.
So
That's right.
The math doesn't.
No
matter.
disrespect to Ann Ramsey, but I did not know that was a woman
Grant
for
says
most
I'm
of my
wrong.
life.
Listen, I'm
Okay.
glad you enjoyed it. It was not a good movie.
It's not for you. It's not for you.
Yeah, it's just it was fine. I saw it when it came out. I was excited as, I don't know, a 13-year-old. I saw it once. It was good enough. It's not a movie I'm going back to.
We'll come back and tell you what we learned.
I got a good one.
Coming right up. Stay with us.
This is Ruskin and Zach.
How do you think the recruit's going to feel if there's a radio show that's just slamming our program?
ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com. Want to let your voice be heard?
Y'all get me going to work every morning, so I appreciate what you guys do.
Send us a voicemail on the Hit That Line app and speak your truth.
Cheering for the other SEC schools is like cheering for the devil because he's in the Bible.
I mean, I would need a six-pack and a catheter.
Leave us a message for ESPN Arkansas after every Razorback game with our Hit That Line Now app.
You guys are the best. I totally disagree.
Man, hey, them Hogs can't do no wrong, fella.
ESPN Arkansas, more than just sports radio.
I've been playing sports all my life. Little football, basketball, pickleball, cross training, mud events, Spartan races and things like that.
For Dr. Eric Williams, a successful chiropractor, staying active means everything. So when nagging knee pain slowed him down, he didn't want drugs or invasive surgery. He found a natural way to get lasting relief. QC Kinetics Cellular Therapies.
We're using my body's natural abilities to get better. And that's huge. In time, that's going to be the way of the future. Using your own body's ability to heal. Now I can play day to day and not have that severe pain.
Now he's back out there doing what he loves, thanks to QC Kinetics.
Life is good. You're not going to slow me down.
Leave the pain behind and get moving. Book your free consultation today with QC Kinetics.
Call QC Kinetics, 479-999-1234. That's 479-999-1234. 479-999-1234.
Pay attention. This happens fast. You need money. You get a job. Turns out that job doesn't pay near enough for the nonsense it puts you through every day. You want to move fast, but the clock moves slow. You're smart, though. You know machines. You want to work at a place as fast as you. You call Medley Equipment Company. They need a technician, and they'll teach you everything you need to know to be the best, with pay raises all along. Because Medley keeps you moving.
I'm branch manager Bo Tommy. Visit medley.com or come see us at 2150 Ford Avenue, Springdale, Arkansas.
Ready to explore beyond the beaten path? Discover the Range Rover lineup at Land Rover of Little Rock. Experience handcrafted luxury with the capability to take on any adventure. The elegant Range Rover offers unmatched performance and first-class luxury. The Range Rover is built for every journey. Visit Land Rover of Little Rock today and explore our incredible Range Rover selection. Plus, take advantage of our promotions and recently revamped service department. Visit us at 25 Colonel Glenn Plaza Drive or log on at LandRoverLittleRock.com.
Your Mach 1 market moment.
They are going down. I mean, we're having consistent changes, and it's all
kind of negative changes we're
What was
starting
it, 4
to
months
lose
ago,
some.
you could go buy a 5% CD pretty easy on the open market. Now we're at, I looked today, it was like 4.3.
Right, which is pretty tremendous. So that's forward-looking markets when the rates really haven't fallen that much, but that's kind of what happens.
Well, what got us in this situation was rates were at zero, essentially zero. They were at zero, the Fed funds rate. And then, they increased them by 500%.
Right.
Very short
In a
order.
year.
And the market was looking at, it's like, okay, we don't think rates are going to be this high 10 years from now, 20 years from now. So that part of the curve did not increase, right? Rates were not going up at the 10 and 20 year terms. Basically calling the bluff.
Mach 1 Financial Group LLC is a registered investment advisor located in Rogers, Arkansas. For full disclosures, please see advisorinfo.sec.gov or mach1financial.com/disclosures.
Are you struggling with bad feet? Hi, this is Mike. And at the Good Feet store, we hear a lot about foot pain, but we also hear about back, knee, and hip pain. I'd like you to hear what Kelsey, a kinesiologist, has to say about the Good Feet arch support system.
As an exercise specialist, I've seen all kinds of things that people try to put in their shoes to get out of pain. What I really like about the Good Feet system is that they support all 4 arches in the foot.
So did you know you had 4 arches in each foot? Most shoes and inserts only support 1. And maybe that's the reason all those remedies you tried in the past just didn't work.
When the foot's placed in the ideal position, everything else up the kinetic chain works better. You have better balance, more energy, you're going to feel better. Being able to move freely and out of pain means everything to me. And good movement starts with the feet.
Across from Walmart on Mall Avenue in Fayetteville and in Rogers, we're on Pauline Parkway 140, across from Chick-fil-A. Good Feet arch supports are HSA and FSA eligible. Book an appointment for your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
Are you a cigar connoisseur or just cigar curious? The Cigar District carries both powerhouse brands like Davidoff as well as boutique brands and a wide assortment of cigar accessories. If you don't want to pick up your favorites and leave, then feel free to enjoy their customer lounge or courtyard patio. For those looking for a private membership experience, check out their cigar club featuring lockers, an upscale lounge, meeting room, and rooftop patio. Ladies, would you like to learn about cigars or pick up something special for your guy? The Cigar District is ready to help. The Cigar District, located just off the Bentonville Square, 200 Southeast 6th Street in Bentonville, or online at thecigardistrict.com.
ESPN 99.5. It's not a sports show. It's Ruskin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on the Hit That Line Now app.
All right, let's get to this here. DQ, what did you learn today?
Okay, do you guys know what a puffin is?
Remind me.
They're birds.
Oh,
They look like little penguins or like penguin.
Yes.
They're really cute. So in Iceland, apparently, or puffins use the moonlight to navigate their way to the ocean. But if there's a city nearby where they're born, they get confused and they go into the city. So what you're supposed to do is if you see a puffin chick, you're supposed to take it and throw it into the ocean. And it saves their life.
Okay.
Isn't that fun?
Well, I can think of a list of people I'd like to throw in the ocean, but that's puffins. So, all right.
Question.
Feed the birds.
Ethan and Atkins would like to know if puffins are real.
They're cute.
You didn't answer the question.
Cute.
That's a dodge. That's a dodge.
Yeah.
That's a dodge. Okay. Speaking of dodges,
yeah.
Zach.
Sorry. Okay. Have you ever run into a situation where you didn't know how to use the word effect? AFF-ECT or EFF-ECT?
I think I've.
Okay.
No.
I'm going to give you a way out of it.
Okay.
Use the word impact for either one. It's the same thing.
Dumb it down.
Well, it's not dumbing it down. It's just you can use the word impact for both.
Okay.
English. I know for people
Teaching the King's English over
I know
here.
for people like DQ, English is confusing.
Is it the Queen's or the King's English?
King's.
King's English. All right. That's right. It's a patriarchal society. Wouldn't be the Queen's English.
No.
They would never have called it that. Let me see here. The guy that invented the upside-down ketchup bottle. In 1995, he sold out to Heinz for $13 million.
I would too.
Yeah.
13
$13 million invested properly, you're set. You're good to go. You don't need anything else. You don't need that. That's your big score in life. You don't need anything else, right?
No, 13
mil?
13 mil, I could live very comfortably.
You could. You might get some decent treatment at the stadium. We got 13 mil. Well, probably not. All right, here we are getting. I believe at some point some memorabilia added.
Yeah,
in here,
Lurch is going to bring us a giant. We're bringing a giant credit card in here.
All right,
from a really big bank. I'm sure it has a very high credit limit, and we're getting our lineup card from the last game of the season.
The collector's item.
That's correct.
I love it.
I'm excited about this. I'm going to get them tomorrow.
Yeah.
Very, very, very excited about that.
Yeah.
So if my math and calculations are correct, I can completely blank out that window with the credit card.
My calculations are correct.
DQ the second.
Okay, we're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to go to VAR on this. We're gonna have to review the tape.
I don't think it counts because we've already used that one today.
I thought that you simultaneously ended, so I think we have to go to the arrow on this.
We're playing on.
That's right.
All right.
I don't know. I'll have to review the tape later.
I feel like that's unfair because I could barely hear him and my mic. I had to turn my mic on.
Well, that's on you. That's not on me. That's a YP. That's not an MP.
Man, ruthless.
What? It's the truth.
Ruthless.
Whatever.
Wow.
Who is
it's tough out there. It is tough out there.
Tough life that we're living.
That's right.
Is it hot in here?
Yes.
Okay.
But we're leaving, so.
I noticed that they shut the air off when they leave.
Yeah, that's smart. Yeah. That's right. You're going to hear from a legend coming up here.